And ladies and gentlemen, our referee for tonight's action is Mercury One senior official, Jason Doreen. And this opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. About to come down the aisle, weighing in at 205 pounds from West Bend, Wisconsin, Justin Dredd.
Mercury One Wrestling on the move and on location. We are coming to you live from the Big Apple in Rockwood, Wisconsin. My name is Matt Byron. I'm joined by, of course, Angelo Stefano.
That's right, Byron.
And also joining us at the table, having wandered up somehow, the #1 contender to the Mercury One title. He might be the champion tonight. We are talking about Eagle Fantastico.
I love tacos and burritos! What is this nut doing at the commentary table? You're wrestling for the heavyweight championship, and this is how you prepare by coming to the announcer's table? You're crazy.
Well, you know what, Rashi Brown, he ain't nothing. I decided I'm gonna have a good time, kick back, drink some beers, eat some tacos, and I'll worry about it later.
Everyone prepares differently as we wait for Rob Norwood's appearance.
270 pounds, now making his home.
Justin Dredd in the ring.
He's
got really short tights. What do you think about that?
The Pimp Daddy,
They're making me
Rob Norwood.
The Pimp Daddy making his way to the ring. Rob Norwood, longtime ACW Mercury One veteran, a fixture on the wrestling scene here in Wisconsin. It is good to see.
That's not Rob Norwood. Who is that?
That is not Rob Norwood.
Norwood's put on a little bit of a beer belly.
It ain't Norwood.
This guy just got off from playing motocross, I think.
Dude, that's Rough Rider Rashawn.
Is that Corey Hart?
I like his hat. I like his hat.
Rob Norwood isn't here tonight.
Boo.
But
I guess we figured that.
Rough Rider Rashawn, is here to dedicate this match to Prince Abdi Agbo.
Who's that?
From the island of Comoros.
He's from the island. What do you think?
What island? Aruba?
What is Rough Rider Rashawn talking about?
You know what? I like his hat that he just took off. I think he should wear it all the time. And I like his green shirt, but he just took off. Yeah, I think he should wear that all the time as well.
I hope you don't like his pants.
No. Looks like a big green M&M.
So is he filling in for Norwood? That's what's going on here? You can just walk down the aisle and fill in for a match?
I guess he was, I don't know if he was sent to Norwood's place or someone in Mercury One was doing some negotiations in the back when they realized Rob Norwood wasn't here. I guess it would have been nice if they'd bothered to tell the commentary table. But nonetheless, we've got an impressive matchup here, variance in styles as the cruiserweight, the X Division superstar, Justin Dredd, is going to go against 275 pounds of high-impact offense in Rough Rider Rashawn.
He's giving up at least 400, at least 450.
You think?
No, I don't know. It's probably more around 350. I think Rough Rider's not as big as you think he is, Eagle.
Rough Rider's boot weighs more than Justin Dredd. Come on.
Definite lack of protein powder being discerned in this match as Rough Rider Rashawn goes to work on the offense right now. Got the arm got that left arm of Justin Dredd immobilizing him.
I think the only way that Justin Dredd could successfully put on weight is if someone handcuffed him to the fry bin at McDonald's.
That's funny because you said it.
I know. You're not too bad of a guy, I guess. You're okay. You can stay for a while.
He's got him in that headlock. He's just wrenching his ear to his face. And now he's sitting on him. This is over. Oh.
Justin Dredd using those thick quadriceps.
So, Eagle, let me ask you, if you win the championship tonight, how are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to eat tacos and burritos all day long. But you're not invited.
Why not? I thought we were getting along.
No, I just don't like you.
I don't like you either then.
I know.
So much for that love fest. Justin Dredd can't have had any sort of preparation for this match. He was expecting to go against a big man, but quite frankly, Rough Rider Rashawn's style varies greatly from that of Pimp Daddy Rob Norwood. I don't know how much advanced notice he had on this match, but he's acquitting himself pretty well with that side headlock right now.
Well, I know a little bit about the Rough Rider. You see, he used to be a professional skydiver back in Arizona. Then he decided, I don't want to skydive no more. Oh, look at that arm drag.
Lightning arm drag.
He decided he wasn't going to skydive no more, become a professional wrestler, and that's what happened.
Trying Rana and a drop kick.
I thought he was in a heavy metal band for a while. I didn't know he was a skydiver.
No, he's a professional skydiver. He does the triple Lindy in the air. Rodney Dangerfield made that move famous.
And I thought I did my homework.
Yep.
Well, you're prepared if anything, I guess.
Well, I've been all around, and I can't forget a big green M&M.
Not many of us can. You're talking to a couple of experts right here.
Oh!
Rough Rider Rashawn luring Justin Dredd in. Powerful elbow, 275 right behind it.
It was
on the back of the neck between the shoulder blades.
It was on the butthole. I seen it.
So what's your strategy tonight for the big title match? What do you got planned?
I'm going to run around in circles, and then he's going to get tired, and then I'm going to pin him, and then I'm going to go home.
And eat tacos and burritos. That's what's established earlier.
What about a chimichanga? Any plans for those?
No, I said tacos and burritos, and that's it.
I like chimichangas better.
That's why we don't like you. Sorry.
Where
and
are
the
we?
crowd is solid behind Justin Dredd.
Where the hell are we all of a sudden? Chipotle?
Chipotle!
I love that place.
I love Taco and Burrito King.
Rough Rider Rashawn using those thick quads, working on the leg scissors on Justin Dredd, tying him up on the mat right now. We're not used to seeing submission
That's a
offense
joke.
from Rough Rider Rashawn, but he's doing it expertly right now.
He's choking
Variation
him.
of the Dragon Sleeper.
Nope, he's choking him. This is illegal.
I don't know about that. That looked pretty legal to me.
Only a count of one.
You see, you know...
Like you've never broken the rules. Come on, don't be a
Never.
hypocrite.
Never, shush. Yeah, Rashad's finisher, do you guys know what it is?
That's something big, I know that.
It's called
It's 5 moonsaults in a row off the top rope. In a row.
I've seen it.
Yes.
And they break at least 5 ribs when all said
Dude,
and
he
done.
floats in midair, son.
I'd have to see it to believe it.
We've always known Rough Rider Rashawn was expert in getting high.
Yeah, well, you know, amazingly, every time he hits it, the lights go out, and then he just lands. But you know what he did. I've seen it. I've seen it a bunch of times.
What's Justin Dredd's finisher?
He pokes the guy in the eye and then spits in his mouth.
I saw that on a movie once.
Yeah. Then he like taps out because it's disgusting because he has acid spit like the aliens.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating night
He's
here
gonna
in
break his
Rockwood.
back. Oh!
Powerful body slam. Rough Rider Rashawn continuing to work over the man. He outweighs by a good 70 pounds.
Oh.
Justin Dredd getting hurt.
Oh, right to the nipple.
Well, Justin Dredd sure doesn't look too impressive this far.
And Rob Norwood, Rough Rider Rashawn's praying right now.
To who?
To that guy in the beginning, you know, Isaac Newton.
I didn't hear the name. I would need a phonetic spelling, but he's praying.
Gravity. Isaac Newton? Law of gravity? Maybe? Nobody?
Isaac Newton was from an island.
Yeah, he was. He was from Bermuda. Where this guy's from. Skydiving capital of the world.
I like Fig Newtons, if that's what you're talking about.
Welcome to the very definition of off track, ladies and gentlemen. Mercury One Wrestling coming at you tonight. We're going to see a dream match tonight. Two of the fiercest competitors in the Midwest. Eric Cannon, the Anarchist, going one-on-one. The Midwest Cup winner for Mercury One Wrestling, Silas Young.
My dream match is a Smurfs versus the Gremlins.
Who'd win?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen it.
I'm thinking of Broadway on that one.
So, Eagle, how come you didn't win the Midwest Cup if you're so great?
So Rashad, he's hitting this guy in the back, and it hurts a lot.
Someone's got to ask the tough questions, I guess.
My job's in jeopardy, I can tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
Buddy, I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
I whip into the box. Here comes Rough Rider. Nobody home on the Avalanche. Here comes Justin Dredd. Lung blower. Executed that one expertly out of nowhere. Took full advantage of the precarious position of Rough Rider Rashawn. He might have him here.
Oh, we're going to call that the Dredd driver to the neck.
It didn't actually touch his neck.
That's what I'm calling it, though.
Well, you sure are unorthodox in every facet of the wrestling business. So
There's only one Eagle Fantastic.
Oh, that was a chop to the neck.
That was a chop to the neck. Blatant closed fist. And a chop once again. That's right underneath the jawline.
Oh, I'm getting a word in my earpiece. The prince that he's actually praying to. Oh, that was awesome. It's actual Samuel L. Jackson, director of Snakes on a Plane.
Director?
Yeah, he's praying to Samuel Jackson because he's praying that Snakes on a Plane is going to open huge.
You mean the guy that got killed in the Star Wars movie by Anakin?
He's a bad mofo.
He's got a wallet that says it.
Yep, and a lightsaber too. And he's got snakes on a plane, which he's praying to.
Oh!
Go ahead, say it, Byron.
Got to. Time for chops.
Snakes on a plane.
That too.
So how did you get the name Eagle Fantastical? Where'd that come from?
The variation on that bulldog, instead driving the face right into the knee.
Well, my father had a big ego, and my grandfather's last name was Fantastico, and that's where it came from.
Rough Rider.
Here it comes, the 5 moonsaults in a row.
You might prove to be a prophet after all.
I know. Watch out for these lights, because the lights are kind of tricky. The lights are tricky.
It's those metal halides.
Okay, here we go.
275 up top, nobody home.
He went so fast you couldn't see the other 4 rotations, folks, but it was phenomenal. This is the first time the lights have never gone out on that move.
Well, sometimes it's just not a good idea to get high there. Someone should tell Rashawn that.
Justin Dredd, tumbleweed leg drop, follows up right away, standing moonsault. X-Division offense, high-impact offense. Justin Dredd going to sink it in, and this is his opportunity.
That's the Dredd salt. Oh, and the Dredd kick.
Kicked in the kidneys, followed up by a kick right to the ribs. Kid's got to stick and move.
Oh. Good forearms to the elbow. It's all bone right there.
Pointy bone.
It hurts. Here he comes into the back.
Stinger splash.
To the back hole.
Justin Dredd actually looking pretty impressive right now. He's going for it, Byron.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
450 coming up, I do believe. He's up top.
It was to the groin.
I don't know if he got it all.
Both knees to the groin.
His foot's on the rope.
His foot is on the rope. Then Jason Doreen caught it. Great eyes by Jason Doreen. Desperation maneuver from Rough Rider Rashawn, saved himself on that one.
He's not having any M&M minis tonight.
Jason Doreen right on top of things. That's why he's a senior official. People should get off his back.
He's not an official.
You were booing him when he came out here.
He's not an official. He has spiky hair. Look at him. He doesn't even know who.
You wear a mask, for God's sake, and you're criticizing
Mule
somebody?
kick, Rochambeau. Rough Rider Rashawn with a quick prayer sets him up.
What is this? What is this?
DVD, he got it.
It's the end.
It's not the end. Kick out. Kick out. Kick out.
Blunt impact from Rough Rider Rashawn. Comes into Mercury 1 with
crowd hates him.
Impressive victory over Justin Dredd.
I hate him and Samuel Jackson.
You guys should get in a fight. Rough Rider Rashawn with brand new Afrocentric allegiances right here in Mercury 1 Wrestling. An impressive and surprising debut. Impressive and surprising victory over Justin Dredd.
And he's still prey to Samuel Jackson. I hope Snakes on a Plane gets blown up and the Snakes win.
PG-13 coming to a theater near you. Somehow this music doesn't fit Rough Rider Rashawn.
There's a lot of things that don't fit Rough Rider Rashawn.
Rough Rider Rashawn has never been the religious zealot as I recall him.
He might have had a change of heart. You never know. People find religion all the time.
The only thing I've ever seen him pray to has been Green and Leafy.
Yeah, and he rides motocross because his pants say so.
Why can't you just let the man be spiritual and leave it at that?
Not when he's praying to Samuel Jackson.
He's praying too long. Justin Dredd got his comeuppance.
Justin Dredd's a heathen. Why would he do something like that?
He should jump over the top rope. Jump over the top rope.
Slide drop. He might do that.
Do it. I want to see you jump over the top.
Motivate him, Ego.
He's doing it. I know
Up he goes. Up he goes. Rough Rider Rashawn better go on. High cross body up
This is
and
so
over.
uncalled for. The bell's rung, right?
He's a sore loser. That's what he is. He can't handle the fact that he's a loser, so he's got to take out his aggression on Rough Rider.
Justin Dredd came here. He couldn't get a victory, but he gave the fans here in Mercury 1 Wrestling at the Big Apple in Rockwood something to remember him, Bry. We'll see more of this kid flying through the air all across the Midwest and in Mercury 1 Wrestling.
And in Arizona, because he's still a skydiver.
No, you said Rashawn was a skydiver.
That's what I said.
Thank you.
Or you can get 3 feet of tickets for just $5. Tonight's prizes is a ECW hockey jersey from the ECW Women's Stand pay-per-view.
Hey! We're doing commentary. You gotta buy the DVD to hear us.
And now it's time for our second contest. Weighing in at 260 pounds from the big house in the big city, he is making his Mercury 1 debut. He is the main attraction, James Thomas.
There's a lot of debuts tonight, huh, fellas?
A lot of fresh young talent making their way into Mercury 1 Wrestling. They know this is where it's going on all across the Midwest.
There's that old man that walked through.
He likes you, you know.
Gross.
He says you're his favorite wrestler.
I love him too.
The big man, the main attraction, James Thomas from the big house in the big city. What, does he not know how to work MapQuest?
I think I got lost. Oh, there he is.
No, he is a big man.
And he's got 2 first names.
I know he's from the Minnesota area. Someone just threw water on him, but he's from Minnesota, and water has no effect on people like that.
He, I guess below his pants is the legend, because that's what his shirt says. It says, above is the man and below is the legend. What does that mean?
Why are you reading his pants?
I said his shirt.
Oh.
What does that mean, that it's a legend? What's below his pants? It's so legendary.
Well, he's wearing boots.
Maybe he's got a DVD of Highlander in his tights.
Opponent, weighing in at
A big man. We'll see what he can do.
Pounds,
and he's got stiff competition.
I wrestled him.
He is the Diablo, John Johnson.
Hey, Ego, do you know what Diablo means?
Tacos and burritos?
No, it means devil. This is the devil.
I beat him, though. I beat him in a match.
You beat who in a match?
The Diablo John Johnson from Wisconsin.
When and where was this? He's not from Wisconsin.
That's what we're breaking up, though, because it rhymes. John Johnson from Wisconsin. Isn't that cool?
You're not out here to rhyme. You're out here to do colorful, insightful commentary. You're not doing that. You're making a mockery of this, and now my pay's not going to be as much because you're voting into my time.
But your pay's going to be extra because everybody wants to hear me talk, and it's funny.
Yeah, but then you'll steal all the money.
We tried that already. Diablo John Johnson, fresh off a hard-fought defeat at the hands of the M1W heavyweight champion, a man you'll be familiar with later tonight, the Skull Crusher.
Forget about Skull Crusher. He's too big. But isn't the devil supposed to have horns and wear red?
Well, he's in disguise right now. This is his human form.
Oh. What, shouldn't he still have a tail?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people he didn't exist.
I saw that in a movie. You're not original.
Yeah, and he also convinced people he was a wrestler.
Who?
The devil, El Diablo.
No, he's supposed to, where did he hide his tail?
Well, he's wearing trunks.
Why don't you check? Diablo John Johnson, well respected here in Mercury One Wrestling. We've seen him in some hard-fought battles. We've seen this kid up and down the ladder. He is a competitor, fresh from Neo Pro Wrestling, Northern Premier Wrestling, taking on a guy I believe he's fairly familiar with in James Thomas, the main attraction.
The devil is popular.
James Thomas is not popular.
Obviously not tonight.
And it's being driven home by this crowd here in Rockwood.
Maybe it's the long hair, I don't know. These people are prejudiced against people with long hair.
He needs to beat him with his legend.
We were just talking about a movie like that.
He's talking to the people, which is awesome, because they like it, obviously.
You can tell.
Do you ever talk to the people during your matches?
Never. I hate them.
Ego, while I've got you here, after your victory last time out at the Nangi Center Mercury One Wrestling, I saw you having an extended conversation with Delirious.
No, he did. All he said was blah, 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 hubba, hubba, booty, booty. And I'm like, all right, bro, that's cool. So I guess we're, like, friends now.
So you understood what he was saying?
Yeah, it goes to the territory of the masked men.
What language is that?
It's delirious language. Duh.
Ow. Time for chops.
You are. Don't hit us.
James Thomas, the first blood here, or first strike at the very least, in this hard-fought contest. John Johnson complaining about the blow in the corner, and Doreen chastising the main attraction right now.
I also did my homework on Thomas.
Did you now?
Yeah, do you want to hear his background?
Hook us up.
He's actually the son of the famous actor from Vegas Vacation, from European Trip, from all those movies, of Chevy Chase. That is Chevy Chase's son in the ring right there, fellas.
Holiday Roll, that's the guy?
That is the guy.
He's already funnier than his dad.
Yeah.
Who are your sources?
The internet?
Yeah.
Well, then it's true.
Yeah,
Delirious.
exactly.
And Delirious told me that he was the son of Chevy Chase. And,
Delirious told me you were the son of Chevy Chase, but that's
No,
beside the
you
point.
can understand him. And Mercury told me. Mercury won. Mercury in wrestling told me.
Delirious told me he was Chevy Chase.
Okay, we're all. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just say we're all Chevy Chase's son.
He was actually the Gerber baby as well.
That's a big baby.
Yeah, he's a Gerber baby. That's a lot of baby
doubt.
food.
A well-fed baby as John Johnson sinks that side headlock and trying to keep the big man on the mat here. The main attraction, James Thomas, about 265, taking on Johnson, 235. Wow. Shoulder block, nothing doing. That's a big, thick man inside that ring.
That's not going to work.
John Johnson, the son of legendary Don Johnson. Oh, yes.
You just said he was Chevy Chase's son.
No, that was a Thomas. Thomas is Chevy Chase's son. This is the actors' kids fighting today.
How are all these famous people's kids coming to Mercury One? This is unbelievable.
They need work.
Don't we all? John Johnson and the main attraction having some sort of conversation in the ring. Apparently, the main attraction wants to see a real shoulder block from John Johnson. He better be careful with which.
He's like, do you know who my dad is? My dad's Don Johnson. He's got a big you-know-what.
I read that in that book.
Here they go. Oh! They're too big for each other.
Two trains collided. Two trains went down. Followed up very quickly, though. Hip toss one more time from John Johnson.
You almost said Don.
I almost did. Rocket
Over
and
the top
rolling,
rope.
up and over. He had
right in
James
front of
Thomas
us.
rocket and rolling.
That's right, Chevy Chase's son. You take that and eat it.
So, who's my dad? Who's my famous dad?
I don't want to tell you because you'll get upset.
No, I can handle it. Just tell me.
It's Ron Jeremy.
Everybody knows that. That's not a secret.
That wasn't a secret at all.
Your mom loves the family resemblance, by the way.
Dude.
It's like we just had this conversation, actually.
Dude, wow. Wow.
And James Thomas has had quite enough of the chicanery of John Johnson.
Oh.
He's going bye-bye.
Unbelievable. He's walking out of the match. Oh, no, wait a minute.
No, he thought better of it. He'd like to get paid tonight.
Whoa, the crowd doesn't like him, that's for sure.
All right, I lied. Your dad's not Ron Jeremy. You know who your dad is?
No.
It's the referee.
He's younger than me. That's ridiculous.
I know, it's weird, ain't it?
He told your mom, have a drink. It'll relax you.
Yep.
Oh, God, here we go.
Yes, here we go. James Thomas on the run right now. John Johnson looking to put a hurt on.
You see? Oh.
It didn't work. Johnson, a lot smarter than you give him credit for.
He's like, I got elbow pads. I'm funny.
He is.
Yeah.
As the brick-like James Thomas not having any sort of luck, any sort of momentum against John Johnson, and quite frankly, desperate for ideas. That's why he's wandering around ringside, I do believe.
Yeah.
Have you ever been desperate for ideas, Ego?
Have you ever been desperate for ideas?
Yes.
Yeah, like just one time this girl came over and like she's like, oh baby, what's up? And I'm like, I don't know. And she wanted me to do creative things, but I wasn't creative at the time. So
that was creative.
Yeah. So I just took all my clothes off and then gave her hurricanrana and then she went home.
Were you wearing the mask? That's what everyone wants to know.
What is this mask you're talking about?
The thing on your head that's got the horns.
My hair?
Your head.
Hair? Oh no, don't hit him.
He hit him. Elbow smash into that left arm. James Thomas has been outsmarted at every turn by John Johnson tonight. He is not having a good time on his first visit to the Rockwood area and his first visit to Mercury 1. He needs to start impressing people in a hurry if he wants to make his way up the ladder. Standing elbow right to the sternum. Thomas rocking and rolling.
Oh, 619. 619. 619.
No, none such luck.
619. 619. Oh.
Shouldn't that be your spot anyway?
Is that your favorite move or something?
No, he was just set up for it. Guys want to hear a backstage rumor?
Oh, God.
By all means.
Well, it's actually a fact. You know the commissioner?
What about her?
She's a girl, right?
Yeah.
She wanted to, like, do things with me in the back, and she said if I didn't, then I would be fired. So what should I do?
What things?
Well, if you take the mask off once in a while, maybe you'd have a job forever.
Yeah.
No, she was like...
She didn't mean like finger paint or
She was
anything,
like propositioning me and saying how good I looked in my tights.
That is scurrilous.
Yeah,
and
then
scandalous.
Like, yeah, she was like, if you want your job, you know what's good for you. Hubba hubba.
Isn't that called harassment?
Yeah, that's what I said, but she said we're not part of a union.
No, on your part, you're harassing her. Leave her alone.
She came up to me and propositions me.
Oh, whatever.
And people wonder why I bring sparks to the table.
Yeah, she was just wearing like a piece of tape and a cork too, and I was kind of upset. She's like, this is my new ring gear.
Side Russian leg sweep by James Thomas, finally getting some offense in on the Diablo. John Johnson, he needs to keep it up. He needs to work that weight advantage. He needs to work that thickness of upper body. He's doing it right now.
Oh.
Nice elevation on the elbow drop.
Oh.
John Thomas looking good there, and now he's taking a little too much time. When you got a man down, you got to stay on him. You can't just let him get back into the game like this.
Hey, do you ever think our commissioner was really once a man?
Probably not.
I think she was.
You have issues.
I think her name was Ron, and she worked down at the docks. I've seen him before.
At least she didn't work across the street.
Yeah.
There's plenty of he/she's across the street.
Yeah, well, no. But our commissioner, I think, used to have a penis. You think?
You need to come up with some documentation before we'll entertain that
I got
one.
pictures.
You can't just run around spreading wild rumors like that.
Well, she told me that, I used to be a dude, but I didn't understand what that meant, because I'm from Mexico by way of Chicago, Illinois.
What are you, Eon Hollywood?
Yeah. I got all the backstage rumors.
And James Thomas right now continuing on the offense. You tend to forget there's a wrestling match right now. Snapmare. Sinking in that's a big arm, laying in that chin lock. Yeah. At least at the point, this moment, it's a chin lock. Jason Doreen's going to see to that.
And there was a hair pull, Byron.
Hey, you want to play a game?
Probably not.
Here, say, I smell a skunk, really slow.
I smell.
I know you do. You smell. That was awesome.
That was a good one.
That was awesome.
That ruled.
Oh! He cheated. He pulled that
John
out.
Johnson tried to fight his way out of that one with some side elbows. James Thomas liking himself right now.
Use like Ivory soap and shampoo. You wouldn't smell anymore.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
I've been trying to tell him that for 6 months, dude. I know, man.
Kind of smells like cigarette butts and jalapeno dip over here. Irish whip to the corner.
No, that's just Rockwood. I
Once
kid.
again. Johnson.
Here he comes.
Oh!
Great Train Cummins meets an elbow to the ear.
Oh, there's a kick
Brought
to the
off
jaw.
cords once again. He's on Dream Stew right now.
Yes.
Crossbody off the second rope, springboard, counter 2.
My dad invented the crossbody.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he patent it?
Yeah. He actually made like $1 million pesos. We're rich.
A lot of tacos and burritos.
So do you have plumbing at your house in Mexico?
No, we poop in a hole in the ground.
Makes sense to me.
James Thomas is going to make himself dizzy if he keeps patting himself on the back any further, or at least celebrating his intelligence. This crowd not impressed with anything about James Thomas. Not making a real good first impression here, at least not outside the ring in Mercury One Wrestling.
Yeah, but he looks pretty impressive inside, Byron. You got to hand him that.
That he does. Using that weight, using that bulk, using that thickness of upper body to take down John Johnson, keeping him down right now. Johnson trying to show some offense, trying to fight back to his feet. Irish whip right now. Side elbow, no.
Oh! The great finisher of what's his name? Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell uses it as a finisher.
Colin Farrell's an actor.
He's a wrestler in Backyard Fed.
He learned that in rehab.
Yeah. He's going to that top rope for his famous split-legged leg drop moonsault twist with the 450 added on to the side.
I'm guessing not.
This isn't a video game, Eagle.
I see. Oh, he really cut him off.
Way too slow getting up to the top. John Johnson catches him. Textbook superplex, brilliantly executed. Now both men lying on the canvas. Jason Doreen laying the count in.
2. Yes, I know that because I went to school.
Counting Spanish for our Latino audience.
Shush.
I tried. Did Doreen actually look to the crowd to ask what number he should say next?
He might be a little confused.
Yeah. He's kind of weird, that ref. See, look at him. He's
you don't know the half of it.
I hate that ref. I think he's like smelly and dirty. Is that your cousin?
Why do you think everybody smells? Maybe it's you.
No.
Trading blows right now, Johnson and Thomas. Big haymaker, nobody home. Hangman's neck breaker out of nowhere. John Johnson set him up for that one. Drop kick, caught him on the side of the head.
Chevy Chase invented a drop kick as well.
I don't doubt it. Power slam.
He's using his dad's move against him. What is this finisher? What is it? Here it comes.
I don't know, but everyone goes off the top rope today, apparently.
Yeah,
apparently so.
It's a triple Lindy.
Johnson's up, froggy splash. Brilliantly. Wait a minute.
Hey, it's Derek St. Holmes, the lead singer of Ted Nugent's band.
That is not the lead singer.
Guys, I gotta go poo. I'll see you guys later.
Have fun. Derek St. Holmes, number 1, he's not the lead singer. Number 2, he has no business in this match.
Well, he's just coming out to say hi. What's wrong with that?
To who? He doesn't like anybody in that. He's another man who's pretty impressive with his intelligence. And
that's going to do it.
His intelligence gave James Thomas an opening, and James Thomas gets a surprising 3 count. Another impressive debut, although this one a little tainted as he beats Diablo.
James Thomas.
A win.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
That's what he had in mind. Derek St. Holmes set up the distraction, so the main attraction, he's throwing out the match.
Oh, Doreen's going to disqualify him.
Reversed this decision.
James Doreen has reversed his decision. The new winner, as a result of a disqualification, El Diablo, John Johnson.
All that intelligence to naught as the plans of the main attraction and the affluent Derek St. Holmes Esquire go to naught. Your winner, once again, the Diablo, John Johnson.
Well, it couldn't have been that smart of a plan if it backfired and they got disqualified.
Certainly not. Diablo counting his lucky stars on that one.
I'm telling you, ever since Derek St. Holmes ditched the Tome of Knowledge, he hasn't been that smart.
And the mullet.
That too.
That was the source of his power. It's a wild night in Rockwood, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Byron, Angelo Stefano. We had some fun with Eagle Fantastico, but right now we've got more big action, more great matches coming your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch all previous Mercury One action on Mercury One Home Video. At this time, we have a special message from the leader of the Chicago Skyline, Joey Eastman.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, I like this guy. He's got money. I like people with money.
This guy's got... There's no member of Chicago Skyline actually a part of tonight's event.
Well, that doesn't mean that this nice young man can't show up. Come on,
He
Byron.
has no business here, Angelo.
He's got money. He can do whatever he wants.
I've got $20. Can I make you go away?
No, my payday's $50.
Okay. I didn't know that. But nonetheless, Joey Eastman making an appearance here in Rockwood for Mercury One Wrestling. I don't know what kind of message he's trying to portray. Maybe the message that Mike Venom, the Human Massacre, also known as Keith Walker, is looking for his Mercury One title shot. You saw the damage he did to the man we just had here earlier, Ego Fantastico, as well as Hillbilly Hills, causing all sorts of chaos, the Human Massacre, and now there's no sunshine in here.
Well, cool people wear sunglasses whenever they want to, Byron. Don't you know that? This guy's a fashion.
Is this 1986? What is going on?
It's the clothes from '86 are still cool in my book.
The Human Perineum, Joey Eastman.
He's got something to say and he needs a mic. What's going on here? Get that young man
That's
a
not
mic.
my job.
Sometimes there's just total chaos in this company.
Eastman.
And sometimes that's a good thing. But let's hear what Mr. Eastman has to say. Apparently someone saw him give him a mic.
I'll get to you in a second, buddy. First off,
That wasn't funny.
the last time I was in this building, I managed the late, great Chris Candido. And he said a few things, but I didn't agree with him. Because coming all the way from Chicago, I am a self-made millionaire in this business. I think everyone should know that by now.
He's rich, Byron, I told you.
And I'm ready to give somebody a little prize. Because under one person's seat tonight, there is a $100 bill. So go ahead and start looking for that $100 bill.
What is this, the Oprah Winfrey show?
Wow, what a generous guy. This guy's great. Hold on.
If there was a $100 bill.
You need to get a job
it.
first off, okay? And then from there you will have money. Something these people do not have. Do you understand me? Now, tonight, the leader of the Skyline is here, but I am missing one thing, and that is my pride and joy, Keith Walker. You see, Keith Walker is over in Japan right now, beating the crap out of a bunch of little Japanese boys, because that's what we do over there.
Pro Wrestling Noah, one more time.
But there's one guy walking around saying that he is the #1 contender. He wears this big mask, and you people relate to him, 1, because he is Mexican, 2, because he steals, and 3, because he's never had a job in his life. Ego, what's that, buddy? No, come on, say it. Everybody wants to hear what you say now because I'm calling you out. Say it again. Oh, okay.
People here have already tired of Joey Eastman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that astute, compliment that you've given me. Unfortunately, buddy, I happen to see that you are here with a bunch of dudes. Therefore, right now, I'm questioning your sexuality. Are you the gay kid out of the group?
I didn't know he was a psychologist.
You're not denying it, are you?
He
no.
probably
that's
isn't,
right there,
Angelo.
isn't it? Right there. Now, can I get back to
He's
what I
not
was gonna
John
do? Because
Edward
I don't
either.
take
He's
the
not a mind
penis out of your
reader.
mouth when you're working. So, all right. So, Egotistico Fantastico, in my opinion, is nothing but a dirt. I can go all night.
Like I said, Angelo, they're already tiring of Joey Eastman and his diatribe.
Well, they're just jealous because Eastman's rich and they're not.
How do you know he's rich?
Because he said so.
Have you seen a bank
Here we
statement?
go. You guys done?
I don't have to. He wouldn't lie.
Understandable. Egotistico Fantastico, in my opinion, is nothing but a dirty beaner. And dirty beaners do not have the privilege of getting in a wrestling ring and wrestling unless they're, down under the board.
Wait a minute, hold the phone, he's back.
Oh boy.
You called his name and there he comes. Ego's getting a lot of mic time tonight.
Oh, he's all over the place tonight.
And Ego is finally tired of the racial slurs and the unflattering comments made by Joey Eastman. And here's hoping he does something about it, quite frankly.
This doesn't look good for Joey. I'd get out of there.
No, it doesn't.
Hola.
Oh, he speaks his native language.
Butter.
He doesn't even speak his native language.
What I was saying, sir, was that, in all honesty, I truly don't feel that you deserve a title shot because Keith Walker is a better wrestler. No, please. Sir, with all due respect, I mean, you're a great professional wrestler. What you do in Mexico
Joey, logic is lost on this man.
Unfortunately, I just don't feel that, you're on the level of a skull crusher, or, and tonight you have a match for the title, sir, and I just don't really feel like, I love you.
He's talking his way off a cliff
I don't want
at
you
this point.
to do anything, because I'm by myself. I don't have... Whoa.
Get your hands off him. Don't touch Joey.
I would never...
He earned that
say
one.
anything bad about you, sir. Seriously. I'm a big fan of
You better run.
art that you call art, wrestling.
You better run back to the salon, dude. No. Wait a minute. The champ is here. Skull Crusher.
Oh, it was a setup. It was a setup.
That was a textbook setup. Are you kidding me? Skull Crusher, the Mercury 1 champion, getting the advantage on Ego Fantastico right now, doing damage before the match can even take place. Couple of stiff forearms.
He's going to soften him
up.
He's going to soften him up before the title match tonight, Byron. That's a great plan.
Apparently, Skull Crusher and Joey Eastman in collusion with this one. This is fairly revolting, quite frankly. Big stiff forearm right to the jawline. Another one. He is wailing Ego right now. Discus shotgun lariat.
I appreciate the game plan here. This is brilliant.
Yeah, and look at Eastman. He's revolting.
No, he's just rich. He's different. You don't understand him.
He's prancing along like Pee Wee Herman.
Someone
in the theater.
call immigration. He's dead.
Can we get a referee or an official out here to stop this?
Or count 3.
This wasn't a match.
Well, it should be.
This match is the main event tonight. It was not supposed to take place right now. Hello.
Why don't you save it for the main event?
Kendra Nicole.
As all of you, I'm sure, know, my name is Kendra Nicole, and I'm from the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission. And over here is my assistant, Ann.
Our tax dollars are worth.
I said that's enough.
Hold up. You sit your pregnant ass down and let me finish.
No, I'm the authority around here. You wait until the main event.
I'm your champion. Keep it up, I'll go home.
Oh, we don't want that.
No. You can't pull the main event like that. That's not going to be tolerated.
This is chaos, Byron.
Mr. Eastman, since you're so gung-ho about being involved in everything, even though your tag team's not even here tonight.
And they're not.
And what do you think we should do with them?
I don't think we want to put him in a match, Joey, you always just seem to align yourself with the biggest and the baddest wrestlers around, and you act like you're the greatest thing, but we're going to see how you do without Mike Venom tonight. I think we're going to make you the special guest referee for the main event.
Wait a minute. Where did this come from?
You're kidding me.
That is a bad idea.
That is a bombshell.
That is
a referee for my match.
He is the referee.
But nonetheless, it's official. Wisconsin State Athletic Commission.
It'll look good on you.
It
looks good on you.
Hey.
It's the most expensive thing he's worn in years.
Will it fit over your head?
Well, this is amazing.
It's already been proven Skull Crusher
No,
and
not
Eastman
at
are in
all.
collusion
Not
tonight.
at all.
This is.
Look here, Joey. I'm the one and the only Mercury 1 heavyweight champion. Nothing's gonna change tonight, so your job is easy. 1, 2, 3. Ego's dead, thank you very much.
Wow, that does not bode well for egotistical
Absolutely
Fantastico.
not. The Wisconsin State Athletic Commission is way out of left field in this one.
Well, that doesn't bother me one bit. I don't really care for Ego.
Has this guy taken a referee's aptitude test?
He doesn't have to. He can be appointed as special guest by the commissioner at any time.
Well, the commission, quite frankly, is wrong, Angelo. This is a terrible idea, and I think most of the fans out here will agree
Special
with that.
guest referee for tonight's main event for the Mercury 1 Championship, Joey Eastman.
By the way, you know who scored the highest on the referee aptitude test?
I did, but I'm not a referee.
Actually, it was Raging Rich.
Oh.
In the meantime, we have
Ego's hurting.
available. And if Eagle we will have pictures in the ring with
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Oh, here we go, Byron.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. About to come down the aisle, weighing in at 240 pounds, escorted by James Thomas. He is Derek St. Holmes, Esquire.
Angelo, needless to say, we're both very familiar with the talents of Derek St. Holmes, Esquire.
Yeah, he's a hell of a singer.
You need to get off that trip, dude.
The singer for Ted Nugent. That's
dude,
what he
I
did in the
printed
70s.
out 15 pages of research from Google search.
I double-checked it on the internet. He was the lead singer for Ted Nugent at one time. Now
Don't believe what you've seen. I will bring you an album cover. I will bring you CD liner notes. You're just nuts on this one.
Why would people lie on the internet? That's ridiculous.
You have a point, but needless to say, you're wrong. Derek St. Holmes being accompanied by, quite frankly, a commoner, something he's not accustomed to associating with in the main attraction.
Weighing in at 275 pounds, from Reedsville, Wisconsin.
Oh, boy.
Hillbilly Hill.
And nothing lights up the Big Apple. Nothing lights up Mercury One like an appearance from the one, the only, the hillbilly from Reedsville, Shane Hills.
Well, it takes a hick to know a hick, and all these people know Hillbilly Hills pretty well, apparently. Look
They
at all
also
these.
know a quality rough and tumble competitor, Angelo, and the big man gets the job done. And quite frankly, we've seen the hillbilly and Derek St. Holmes have several go-arounds, including one of his very first matches right here in this building, as I recall.
Don't you know that everyone in Manitowoc is related somehow? So these are all Hillbilly Hills cousins or uncles or something.
I don't see the family resemblance. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't see the family resemblance.
Well, they all have like 5 teeth.
It's a wrestling crowd. You should be used to that. Hillbilly Hills getting mad love from the crowd here in Mercury One Wrestling.
It's amazing what people like here. I'll never understand this as long as I live. I never got cheered like that when I went out.
Well, maybe you should have done more to endear yourself to the people of Manitowoc.
Well, why would I care about them?
Case in point. I'll tell you what, that memory from 1999, as a matter of fact, the Hillbilly against Derek St. Holmes, one of the Hillbilly's very first matches in professional wrestling against Derek St. Holmes, who was a veteran competitor even back then. There's a lot of history in this building, Angelo.
Oh, yeah, Hillbilly Hills has always been a favorite, and he always seems to do extremely well when he's near his hometown. This is kind of a bad situation for Derek. I don't know if this was the smartest match for him to take on this show.
It's been a long time since he's been a rookie, and it's been a long road for Hillbilly Hills, fighting his way back up into contendership here in Mercury One Wrestling in the singles ranks.
And
he's got a very skilled competitor right now.
And Gentleman Derek offers the handshake. That's so refreshing to see.
And Hillbilly Hills is not too quick to accept.
Well, he can't even figure out what hand to shake with. That's what Hillbilly's problem is.
And he's frustrating the affluent Mr. St. Holmes. But he'll try it again. I guess that's some form of handshake.
It's sportsmanship here in Mercury One, you know. You're going to see that all the time.
Collar and elbow right now. The power of the Hillbilly comes to the forefront there. Shrugs off the 230-pound Derek St. Holmes.
I really miss the Tome of Knowledge. Derek St. Holmes needs to bring that book out with him.
Speaking of history, this building was the last known appearance of a gentleman known as the Steel Dragon.
Never heard of him.
He was great. You should have seen him.
Never heard of him. Probably related to Hillbilly Hills, though.
You think? Once again, collar and elbow. We'll see what St. Holmes does. Scientific knowledge coming to the forefront. Side headlock. He needs to keep that lock in. He doesn't. Thrown off to the ropes. Hard shoulder tackle from the Hillbilly.
Hillbilly's just a big old country bumpkin. You're not going to knock him down with too many shoulder tackles. Derek St. Holmes should be smarter than that.
He is not the country bumpkin of several years ago. A graduate of the Dojo of Pain, he's become a skilled singles and tag team competitor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. He graduated up to 8th grade. Way to go.
You say that derisively, like it's a bad thing.
Well, he's 32 years old.
Well, nonetheless, an educated man. There's 2 educated men in there right now. Hillbilly trying to fight his way with some blows to the midsection out of that side headlock. He eventually does it. And once again, St. Holmes met the hard shoulder tackle, claiming a closed fifth. There was nothing of the sort, and Doreen must recognize that.
Well, he looks a little bit frustrated, Byron. He's gotten knocked on his keister twice in a row to start this match off. And you know that's got to hurt his pride a little bit. He's a very intelligent wrestler, and he takes great pride in that.
Hillbilly once again offering a handshake. This time, St. Holmes none too thrilled to execute any sportsmanship.
Well, he looks like he's getting a little frustrated, Byron. Look at the frown on his face. He doesn't like to be embarrassed.
No, he does not. He's a very prideful competitor. We've seen that in the past. St. Holmes, very, very proud of his scientific knowledge of his European wrestling maneuvers, his European wrestling skill. He has been all over the world, as you know, Angelo.
Well, of course, that's where he picked up all the languages he speaks. That's where he picked up all these submission maneuvers and how to tie people into knots in the ring. He's not a brawler like Hillbilly Hills. This is an absolute contrast in styles.
In a way, he's a throwback competitor. In the days of brawling and high-impact maneuvers and high spots and movesets, Derek St. Holmes is unabashedly a scientific genius. Although the science isn't doing him much good right now against the rugged hillbilly, he's finding himself on the floor here after the Big Apple as James Thomas trying to school Jason Doreen.
Well, the one thing Derek St. Holmes always is doing is he's always thinking, Byron. He's always coming up with something. He is one of the smartest wrestlers you will ever see. And look at it right now, you can just see the wheels turning in his head, Byron. He's got something in mind here.
Those wheels were interrupted momentarily by the hillbilly throwing a slap in on the outside. And another hillbilly trying to get into the head of Derek St. Holmes.
Well, he's offering another handshake. Does he want to win a match or make a friend? What's going on here?
If I know Derek St. Holmes, you can see, look at his fingers. You know he's setting him up for something. He's anxious to get the hillbilly lured in. Maybe we'll have a test of strength. This is not the Derek St. Holmes advantage.
It's always a bad thing when hillbilly puts his arm in the air. That's just not good.
Oh, God. Let me count the waves. St. Holmes got tweaked.
What?
By the hillbilly in the nippular area.
Come on, that shouldn't even be legal.
Nipples are legal in professional wrestling.
Well, they don't call him hillbilly for nothing. What's that one movie, Deliverance? What is this, Deliverance 2?
He tickled his buttocks. That's a legal maneuver. It's kind of unsavory, but legal nonetheless. As St. Holmes has had enough, he's throwing in the European uppercuts.
Yeah, that's about enough of the silliness out of hillbilly. Derek St. Holmes is going to go to work now.
Derek St. Holmes taking no more of the chicanery of the hillbilly. Up and over goes Derek St. Holmes. Shades of Ric Flair on that one. Scurrying to the other turnbuckle, not quickly enough.
Oh boy.
St. Holmes about to be deposited. Down he goes. I am surprised to see this, Angelo. Hillbilly Hills is dominating Derek St. Holmes.
Well, when two different styles of wrestlers clash, you never know which one's going to get the upper hand, and right now the brawler, Hillbilly, and where in the world is he going?
And Hillbilly might be finishing him off right here.
Oh, no way.
After that thumb power slam, Hillbilly's up top.
You got to be kidding me.
How often have we seen this? Not very. Nobody home on the Reedsville Jam.
Wow, to say the least, and now this is going to turn the tide of the match.
Mr. St. Holmes can consider himself fortunate that he was presented with such an opportunity.
Oh, here we go, Byron. He's picking out a leg, and he's going to go to work on it. Classic Derek St. Holmes.
And I guarantee you science is not on the mindset of Derek St. Holmes as James Thomas distracts Jason Doreen, and St. Holmes wraps that knee around the ring post of Hillbilly Hill.
It's kind of like Mr. Miyagi always said, when knee meets steel, steel always wins.
I miss Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, that was the fourth movie, or fifth one, I forget.
That won an Oscar, didn't it?
Probably.
No, it didn't. It didn't exist.
Oh. Well, he should have said it then.
St. Holmes has apparently abandoned all pretense of scientific wrestling, at least for the moment. Roughhousing on Hillbilly Hills, a couple of boots to the side of the knee into the ACL area. Continuing to chop down that big tree, snapmare.
Well, if he blows out Hillbilly Hill's knee, this is going to be a short match.
It'll be easy pickings for St. Holmes. We know the wide variety of leg-based submission maneuvers he's aware of, and not just a figure-four leg lock. We've seen several variations of Indian death blocks, UFC-type maneuvers, and quite frankly, maneuvers we don't even know the name of because we're not from Europe. Oh!
And you might not remember this, or maybe you do, but about 8 years ago, Hillbilly Hills, when he was trying to get into wrestling, broke his ankle.
I do remember that.
And Derek St. Holmes knows the background of everybody he's ever wrestled. I guarantee you he knows that right now.
St. Holmes in the face of Jason Doreen, and look at James Thomas. Look at the main attraction doing some damage. Hillbilly trying to fight him away with very little success. Buys him some time though, straight right hands.
And Hillbilly has his fist taped up pretty good there. Doreen should get in there and check that. That should be illegal.
I'm sure that was checked in the back. We have officials here in Mercury One Wrestling who check attire before.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Figure-4 leg lock. I called it earlier. We're going to see it. He can't quite hook it up.
This could be it. He's got it locked in now.
There he does.
Whoa, we're right in the middle of the ring, Byron. This could be a short.
Hillbilly Hills is in no man's land right now, and some assistance from James Thomas, the main attraction.
Oh, this could be over real quickly, Byron. Look at Hills. He's in a lot of pain.
You know, an unsavory lackey, but an effective lackey nonetheless is James Thomas as he helps Derek St. Holmes. As I recall, Derek St. Holmes wasn't of much help to James Thomas earlier against John Johnson. I don't know what he's doing in that on the outside of the ring for Derek St. Holmes.
Well, they're buddies, they're friends. Apparently they're going to hang out for a while.
I'm thinking there must have been a cash transaction. Reversal of the figure four by the Hillbilly. Sends St. Holmes into the ropes. Jason Doreen has no choice but to call for the break.
Yeah, but that maneuver still took a lot out of Hillbilly Hill's leg.
Absolutely did. He can't even get a vertical base right now. Chop block.
Man can't stand, a man can't fight, Byron. It's a very simple rule.
Where'd you hear that one from?
Karate Kid 2 or 3. I forget.
Isn't Ralph Macchio like 60 years old right now?
Not in the movies he wasn't.
Look at all that. That's 235 pounds on the back.
Oh man.
He's gonna tear every ligament in his knee.
Snap, crackle, pop, Byron.
Hillbilly better fight, and he better fight hard, or else he's gonna end up laid up badly.
Yeah, he's gonna do more damage to that knee, and in the long run, it'll shorten his career. He got to the ropes.
His knee's gonna end up worse than Javon Walker's, but fortunately, Hillbilly got out of that one.
Well, good. Maybe we'll send Hillbilly to Denver too.
None such luck, I'm thinking. Hillbilly's number one. We like Hillbilly first and foremost.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, he's fighting out of it. Fought out of a desperation blow to the midsection, stunned St. Holmes briefly, but he's back on offense. Got a hold of that ankle, but sending the weight down on the knee. We talked earlier about Hillbilly's ankle injury. You don't fully, completely heal from those type of injuries, especially breaks like the Hillbillies. We've seen the x-rays.
Yeah, he's full of pins and needles inside that ankle.
But nonetheless, Derek St. Holmes working on that left knee. Oh, now the ankle.
Oh, man, that's gotta hurt.
Oh.
Well, look at
fought out of that one for Enziguri, and look at the cartwheel from St. Holmes.
Look at the agility of Derek St. Holmes. He's a better athlete than you would think.
He's one of the flying little Wallenda brothers there. Step over toe hold executed from behind, a cross face away from a full-on submission maneuver right here.
That's what you're going to see from Derek St. Holmes, submission maneuvers, technical wrestling, not a brawl like Hillbilly Hills is used to. And now Hills is the one out of his element, and Derek St. Holmes taking all advantage of it.
Simple yet effective and excruciatingly painful. Derek St. Holmes measuring his opponent right now. You got to keep this big man, you got to keep this powerful man off his feet. You got to keep him rocked. You can't let him throw those right hands. Those right hands are deadly.
Yeah, you should try keeping him down on the mat, and he let him get back to his feet. Kind of puzzling strategy by St. Holmes.
St. Holmes obviously had something else in mind, but Hillbilly is chopping and fighting his way out of this one. He can't get that vertical base, but he can still throw those soup bones, Angelo.
Yeah, you know, when we got ham hocks the size of Hillbilly Hills, you always have a puncher's chance no matter what. And now he's trying to work the kinks out of that leg, but there's still a lot of damage done on it, and he's not himself.
But he's got St. Holmes cornered. He can do some serious damage right now. Biting!
Oh, look at that.
Anything he can do to fight out of this one. We're seeing Hillbilly Hills take every offensive advantage he can find.
There's a surprise. Hills cheating.
Up and over, high elevation. I'm surprised he didn't collapse underneath the weight of that.
He almost did, Byron.
Scoop. Sidewalk slam by the Hillbilly. Count of two.
No. St. Holmes was setting him up. He knew he could get out of that.
When you're fighting this powerful man, you know, you better not form a game plan too far.
Oh, he's going for the goat herder.
Oh, the silo slam from the Hillbilly coming up right now.
If he hits this is over.
Got him up, the pump handle's in. He's looking for the charge, he's looking for the big power slam. No, look at St. Holmes jockeying for position on the outside of the ring. Got Hillbilly at a disadvantage, but he fights his way back out of it, looking for the vertical suplex
Oh, he's going to bring him in the hard way.
Yes, he does. Wait a minute, James Thomas the ankle.
Oh, boy.
That right ankle this time, that's a 3 count.
He got him. What a smart maneuver. He got him. He knew that leg couldn't support Hillbilly Hills' weight, and he got him.
I'll tell you what, this alliance didn't do any favors for Thomas, but it's done a world of good for Derek St. Holmes, Esquire.
You know, a smart man will beat a dumb man any day of the week, Byron. You know that.
Oh, wait a minute here. This match is over.
Well, yeah, the fun's not over, though.
The main attraction and the erudite one are taking advantage of the Hillbilly. They're going to town. Doreen needs to get in there.
They're just going to add a little insult to injury, Byron. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I believe Thomas is taking out his aggressions and his frustrations on the Hillbilly. We need to get somebody in here, whether it be an official. You'll notice the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission nowhere to be found while this is going on. Wait, here comes Johnson.
What's he doing out here?
John Johnson, he's got some payback for both these men. He won his match, but he's still got a score to settle, and he's here to watch the Hillbillies back.
Why? I didn't even know these two guys were friends.
Hey, it doesn't have to be a friendship, it's an alliance.
What is this, Survivor? Come on.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The what of your...
Yeah.
You're losing me.
It's a brilliant idea, actually. Where you going? I'm not done with you sissies yet. St. Holmes, you interfered in my match to allow Tommy to hit me with knuckles.
That's not speculation.
My forehead is not speculation.
Point taken.
So what do they want?
Meeting of the minds right now.
That's a good idea. Since you, James Thomas, just interfered
Jane Fonda.
in this match,
Oh, James Thomas.
how about you two face us two in about a half hour?
A tag
2-on-2 in a tag match.
I'm down with that. There won't be any outside interference under those conditions.
How about it, Rockwood? You want to see us kick their asses?
Of course they do.
Take your little girlfriend, go in the back and polish up your boots, punks.
Oh, that's some words of wisdom there.
Don't even think of it.
Apparently this match has been accepted. If not, I'm sure there are Mercury One officials who could very easily
Where's the
put this into
commissioner?
practice.
Someone, please.
Can Kendra McCole help us
Here
out?
she
There
comes.
she comes.
She's
Hey,
coming.
just wait a minute, girls.
She's
Come
having.
here.
She was busy having a couple
Come
of
on
hot
in
flashes,
here,
I
please.
think.
Shut up, mullet boy.
He doesn't have a mullet.
That's wishful thinking.
I think the people of Rockwood, I'm pretty sure they want to see us kick their ass.
You can't help but agree with that sentiment.
I want you to make it official. The two young stud, well, the young stud and the old stud.
I can't help you,
the
sir.
Two girls there in about a half hour. How do you
I
think?
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make that match.
Is that what you fans want to see?
It absolutely is. No questioning that sentiment.
I think you boys better go in the back and get ready for your match.
Come on.
I think we can consider it official now.
Who does she think she is? She can't make these guys wrestle twice in one night.
I'll tell you what, the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission's kind of all over the board tonight, but at least they're decisive.
Later on tonight, we're going to have a tag team contest. Hillbilly Hills and John Johnson against Derek St. Holmes Esquire and James Thomas.
And Hillbilly Hills definitely has a score to settle, and I'm sure John Johnson will be happy, thrilled to get his hand on St. Holmes and the main attraction.
This following contest is a grudge match. It is scheduled for 45 minutes, and your referee is Jason Doreen. About to come down the aisle, weighing 222 pounds, making his home in West Allis, Wisconsin. He is the 2006 Midwest Cup winner, Silas Young.
Angelo, this has been a match clamored for by fans all across the Midwest, and we're going to see it only here in Mercury One Wrestling for the very first time. And not only is it a dream match between two technical aficionados, there are personal issues involved. Silas Young, the 2006 Midwest Cup winner, about to make his way to the ring. You saw the blatant display of disrespect he showed Eric Cannon and, quite frankly, the entire fan base of Mercury One Wrestling last time at the Nang Yi Center. And quite frankly, this grudge is going to be settled tonight.
Oh, you know what? You know, the main event tonight is Skull Crusher against Egotistical Fantastical for the heavyweight title. But this is the match I was waiting for. Eric, the anarchist Eric Cannon, Silas Young. These two don't like each other. They don't respect each other. And this one is going to be very interesting. Two young rising talents here in the world of professional wrestling.
Apparently, Silas Young waiting for Journey to hit its apex. I called it. Silas Young, cocky, arrogant, abrasive as ever, walking like he's trying to drop something out of his pants, and not impressing a single person here at the Big Apple, Angelo.
He impresses me because he's a hell of a wrestler. You know, it's kind of funny that an anarchist would have the crowd supporting this match, and a nice young man like Silas Young doesn't.
Have you ever had a conversation? He's not a nice young man.
He is a nice guy. I get along with him
He's
fine.
a pain in the ass, Angelo, but he's a hell of a wrestler, and quite frankly, I have no doubt he'll prove it tonight.
Anarchist, Eric Cannon.
And Angelo, you and I have both seen this young man develop. Ever since his origins as part of Midwest Pro Wrestling, in 2000, 2001, we saw him develop as a rookie. He has gone on to greater things all across the United States as an independent wrestler, rocking the pleather right now, the anarchist Eric Cannon. You wouldn't tell it by the bodybuilder's physique or lack thereof, but Eric Cannon is a masterful wrestler who's a master of many styles, not only in America, but all throughout Lucha Libre, Japanese style, strong style, European style. This kid is a student of the wrestling business, and he proves it every time out.
Well, he's not an anarchist for nothing. You know, he's crazy. He's all over the place. You never know what he's going to do. He might brawl one day. He might do a technical on you. He'll definitely high fly if he can. He's all over the place. That's why he's an anarchist.
He's capable of everything we've mentioned and much more.
He believes in chaos.
Silas is going to talk now. Count your blessings.
First off, Silas Young is not from West Allis, Wisconsin. He is from 21 Jump Street.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Why?
There's an old saying that God makes mistakes every once in a while, and tonight I have to step in the ring with one of those mistakes.
Well, he calls it like he sees it.
He's talking himself into a corner right now. You don't want to piss
All
this kid
I've
off.
heard for the last month is Eric Cannon running his mouth about respect this, respect that. Silas has no respect for the business, the boys, the locker room, and more importantly, you fans. And you're right. The only type of respect I know is disrespect, because these people haven't even earned it.
At least he's copping to it.
He's a man of principle.
So you got a piece to say to me. You think you can beat me? Tonight I'm going to step in the ring and I'm going to show all these people who the real athlete is.
Bold, bold words from Silas Young. And quite frankly, that Mercury 1 Cup can back it up. But we didn't see this match in the Midwest Cup, Angelo.
No, we didn't. These two haven't hooked up yet, and everyone's been waiting for them to hook up. We're finally going to get to see it here, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
First ever singles meeting between these two competitors.
Somehow, I have the feeling this might not be the last time they ever see action against each other.
We hope not. If this lives up to half its billing, we're going to see a classic series of matches and perhaps a classic feud, not only in Mercury 1 Wrestling, but all across the Midwest. Silas Young, who's wrestled many, many superstars, including Samoa Joe right here in Mercury 1 Wrestling, against the former IWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion, Shakara Pro Superstar. I had to call it Shakara because if I call it Shakira, I got to buy Quackenbush a beer. Eric Cannon.
Here we go, Byron. They're hooking up.
Collar and elbow right now. I'm guessing Silas Young will have a raw power advantage.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. Eric Cannon's a little stronger than he looks, you know.
Eric Cannon doesn't have the bodybuilder's physique. He's got a very low center of gravity, as a lot of people who tried to take this kid down have found out the hard way.
He's wiry.
He's stout, like the beer. He's got a hold of Silas, though. Silas is looking for an escape right now. Doreen needs to step in there.
And a little love tap from the anarchist Eric Cannon. You know Silas isn't going to appreciate that.
Oh, don't kid yourself. There is no love here whatsoever. Silas Young being called out on his disrespect for pretty much every facet of the wrestling business. And quite frankly, the way he carries himself, the way he talks to people, quite frankly, he's a punk.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, you got to be confident in yourself. You got to have a little bit of cockiness to carry yourself around the wrestling business. You're going to be taken advantage of it. But Silas Young takes it way, way too far. Chain wrestling right now. Reversal by Eric Cannon to the armbar. Arm ringer. Got that left arm locked up, and Silas is down on one knee looking for an escape.
Oh, he'll find it. Silas is really intelligent. See, Byron, there he goes. Told you.
Reverses that arm bar. Reverses that arm ringer. Turns it around on Eric Cannon. Cannon with surprising agility. Case in point right there. maneuvers his way out of it, and once again, that arm wringer. Can you top this being played right now by both these two gentlemen?
Yeah, it's a game of one-upsmanship right here. They're both trying to
attempt.
Oh, no, come on.
That
Come on, Silas.
Oh, Silas can't get that kip up.
He's trying, he just can't. Oh, he almost got it.
Silas can't get that vertical base. Flopping around like a flounder right now.
There he goes.
He had to use the ropes for it.
And Cannon pulls the hair and takes him right back down. I knew he'd start cheating sooner or later.
Okay, I'll grant you that one. He did cheat, but quite frankly, he just wanted to get the advantage on Silas Young. He's playing head games with this kid right now. You want to show disrespect, Silas Young. Eric Cannon's perfectly capable of disrespecting you right back as he dropped all 240 pounds onto the inner part of the elbow. I dare say the bicep of Silas Young.
Oh, I'm thinking the rule book gets thrown out the window for this match, Byron. There's just too many personal issues here.
Not to mention there's an anarchist in the ring.
Well, of course, no anarchist follows the rules. That's why they're anarchists.
Where's hammers when you need them? Up and over. Silas Young outmaneuvered by Eric Cannon. Takes over that armbar, and now with a vertical base, Silas Young's down on that mat, and he's got to fight his way up out of that armbar.
The quickness advantage early in this match going to the anarchist Eric Cannon. He's one step ahead of Silas Young so far, but you know Silas, like I know Silas, he's got something in mind.
Silas Young never fails to come up with a game plan.
As soon as he can find an advantage, he'll take it. Hey, he pulled the hair again.
Yes,
Come
he
on.
did, and Jason Doreen had his attention directed elsewhere.
I saw that, Cannon.
Some tomfoolery on the part of Eric Cannon here.
Where's the commission when you need him?
I think they went out to get a beer.
She's pregnant.
Well, a hot chocolate, I don't know. Leg drop, once again 240 across the bicep with Silas Young. I'll tell you what, Angelo, you can think back to the Midwest Cup tournament. Silas Young was at a big disadvantage on all three of those matches as he progressed through the tournament. Silas Young is no stranger to fighting out from behind.
Oh, he likes being the underdog once in a while. He likes having the odds stacked against him because that's when he feels he rises to the occasion, when he plays his best.
Perhaps so. He catches the boot of Eric Cannon, trying to maneuver him around, turns him around, nobody home on the lariat. Once again, that arm drag.
It's almost like psychological warfare. He wants the guy to feel, he wants his opponent to feel he's doing very well, and that's when he's got him right where he wants him.
And Silas has proven that on several occasions. No such luck with Samoa Joe, but Silas, like we said, in the Midwest Cup tournament, fought from behind in all three of his tournament matches, including against Austin Aries. Fights his way out that forearm to the side of the chops. Oh, you want to play forearm tag? You're in it, Silas.
Well, Cannon's got a little bit of thunder to those forearms. Oh, no.
Look out!
Oh, Silas he's got to take a break. There
Silas
you go.
hung himself up to dry and paid for it.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there and regroup right now. This isn't boding very well for him.
But as we were talking about earlier, Angelo, maybe he's getting Cannon to expend all the energy he's got. Maybe he's trying to get him to expend that aggression, take the passion right out of him.
Oh, he might be trying to tire Cannon out. You never know. Silas can take a lot of punishment. We've seen him take a lot of punishment.
We've seen him take the best Samoa Joe has to offer and then fight right back.
See, Eric Cannon thinks he's doing very well right now, but Silas might have him right where he wants him.
Silas charges, nobody home.
Well, maybe not.
Nothing but except the drop toe, and look at this. I thought he was going to turn him over into a stretch, but just grabs that front face lock.
Yeah, he's trying to take a little bit of air out of Silas right now.
Not going for a submission maneuver quite yet. We might see that glimmering warlock pretty soon. But that snap, spinning toe hold, bringing all his weight down. Look at that. And ties him up once again. Chain wrestling being displayed here by Eric Cannon. Takes him down, turns him over into that cravat.
And Silas Young looks absolutely baffled in that ring. He doesn't know where Cannon's coming from.
Almost a dragon sleeper, but it's more along the lines of a cravat there by Eric Cannon.
Well, I don't think he's quite got it cinched in there, Byron.
But now he's got that hammerlock. He has got Silas Young way off base. You don't know what angle he's going to come from, whether he's going to work on the head, the neck, the back, the arms, the legs, any part of his body, any part of Silas Young's body is fair game for the anarchist Eric Cannon.
Yeah, but now Silas is grabbing the arm of Cannon, and he's going to work.
Turns him around. Time for chops.
I guess.
He has got Silas Young way off base here. Once again, that arm drag. Shades of Ricky Steamboat, so very fluent Japanese-style arm drag. There's a nip up from Eric Cannon. And now working on chopping down the redwood. That is Silas Young.
Silas is reeling and rocking here. He needs to get Well, he's not going to get out of the way of that one.
Charges in, all that weight, all that momentum behind that forearm smash right to the jaw by Eric Cannon. Silas Young better think of something in a hurry right now.
He looks dazed and confused, like he doesn't quite know what's going on here. And I gotta admit, I've never seen Silas Young dominated this badly in the beginning of a match.
I dare say Eric Cannon is making Silas Young look like a fool at this point. After all the big talk, after all the arrogance being displayed by Silas Young, Eric Cannon is taking the kid to school.
Yeah, I don't know if Silas came in unprepared or overconfident or what the problem was, but he's definitely one of his worst showings ever.
Went for the advantage there at the backdrop. Eric Cannon maneuvers his way out of it, but Silas was able to grab him in, lure him in, I should say. Got the knee to the midsection and then stretches that arm, hangs it up over that top rope to the turnbuckle, and there's the post.
Yeah, that's going to change the tide of this match, Byron. Like I said, when bone meets steel, steel always wins.
It took forever for Silas Young to get that advantage, but he took full advantage of it nonetheless, sending Eric Cannon into the steel post.
And that's what Silas Young needed. He needed a little bit of a break to regroup, clear his head, get rid of the cobwebs, and go to town on this kid.
And what's more, Silas Young now has a target. That left shoulder of the anarchist Eric Cannon is now fair game for Silas Young.
Yeah, he won't be so quick when he's got to favor that shoulder, Byron. I've popped a shoulder out of place before. It's not fun, it doesn't feel good, and you can't do a whole lot of anything.
I don't know if it's actually popped out of place, but there might be a deep-seated bruise right now. There's got to be some sort of damage done. That steel ring post doesn't give at all. Knee lift.
Well,
hung him up between those ropes and just measured that knee lift, got it right into the sternum.
That's how you lose a couple teeth.
Or break your sternum, quite frankly. Vertical suplex, well executed by Silas.
And Silas never shy to admire his work as he's working in the ring.
Silas celebrating by tweaking his own nipples.
Well,
only a count of one.
To each their own, Byron. Don't be so judgmental.
Under normal circumstances, I'm not, but that's just icky and creepy. Hanging him up, look at that. Putting all that weight, all that power against the back of Eric Cannon, forcing his throat into that cable. We call it a rope, but trust me, folks, it's a steel cable. And it doesn't feel good against any part of your body.
Silas is measuring him here.
Picture perfect sledgehammer blow. Off the apron to the floor, now throwing in those forearms. Sends Cannon into the apron, the corner of the apron.
You can do a lot of damage to a man on the outside of the ring, Byron.
Down!
And that's what Silas Young is doing. He's throwing him against the side of the ring, trying to throw him into the steps, but it's not working.
Cannon finally getting some momentum to stop that blow. He got Silas. He took hold of Silas's head, sent him into those steps, but quick recovery from Silas Young with the Rochambeau.
Oh, you know, they're outside the ring, so you can't really call it an illegal maneuver.
Well, you can. And under most circumstances, you should. That's grounds for disqualification. Jason Green not seeing fit to call it, though. He wants to let this one go, as I'm sure all the fans here in Mercury 1 want to see it go to its full extent without being fettered by an official's call.
Oh, absolutely not. We need a winner in this one. Absolutely.
Fans throughout the Midwest have wanted to see it. We're seeing it now. First ever singles meeting between Eric Cannon, the Anarchist, and Silas Young, and you'll only find it on Mercury 1 Wrestling. We're proud to bring it to you on DVD. My name is Matt Byron, along with Angelo Stefano, and it's our pleasure to call this one, as it's a back and forth contest.
Yeah, they're just exchanging blows at this point in the match. No clear-cut advantage here for either guy.
Shoots him in, power whip in that turnbuckle, meets the elbow. Right across the cheekbone, forearm to the back, lots of momentum off that second turnbuckle. Both men are down. Cannon recovering first, going for the cover. Count of one, count of two.
Yeah, you're not going to get Silas Young on a maneuver like that. You got to do a lot more damage to put him away.
Cannon taking advantage of the opportunity nonetheless, just in case he might have gotten a greater advantage on Silas Young. But Silas, using the tights, using the baggy pants of Eric Cannon, sends it to the outside while he catches the breather.
Yeah, he's going to take this to the outside again, it looks like. I gotta admit, I haven't really seen Silas take that course of action in too many of his matches.
Silas is getting some valuable time to get some more wind into that body, suck some more wind in. Sets him up right now, vertical suplex, bring Cannon in the ring. Cannon's fighting his way out of it. Both men have to be very careful right about now.
Yeah, they're in a place you don't want to be.
There's that knee lift once again.
And Cannon could be going down to this hard floor in a matter of seconds if he's not careful.
Cannon fights his way out of that knee lift, out of that precarious position with a big chop. He's got Silas down on the mat right now. Silas has got to find a way to get that advantage once again on Eric Cannon, buy him some more time, and he's done it. Hangman's neckbreaker over that top rope. He wants to, does he want the cover?
Oh, see.
Or maybe he wants some voicing, I don't know.
You know, sometimes Silas Young loses focus. We've talked about this before. He goes for a really arrogant cover, and it just didn't work.
He was trying to get the advantage of having his feet on those middle ropes, trying to get a little extra leverage right there, but Cannon wasn't ready for that at all.
No, you're gonna have to wear the guy down a little bit more.
Silas could have had his feet on the ceiling, and that wouldn't have done any good.
Well, that means he'd have really long legs.
Thank you for the insight, Angelo.
That's what I get paid for, Byron.
And what do I get paid for? I'm not so sure anymore. That's rear chin lock, that side chin lock, both men down on the mat, but nonetheless, Silas getting the advantage. Jason Doreen checking that chin lock. It's a legal chin lock, but he can't put Eric Cannon out with it.
Well, he's not trying to put him out. He's just trying to wear him down a little bit.
Nonetheless, checking the arm was Jason Doreen. Didn't get that third drop. And now Cannon's up on the vertical base, fighting his way out of it. Rear elbow, stomp to the foot, unorthodox, but it paid off. Sings him over, reversal into the swinging net breaker.
Silas Young once again caught off guard by the speed and quickness of the anarchist Eric Cannon.
Fantastic back and forth technical action being displayed right here. This match is living up to its billing in full effect, Angelo.
That's been Silas's downfall in this match. He can't match the quickness of the anarchist. He's got to figure something else out, because if he gets out-quicked, it could be a roll-up, it could be anything, and this match will be over before Silas even knows it.
Eric Cannon is known for his lightning-quick finishing maneuver, including that glimmering warlock. Silas meets the boots. Silas is staggering right now. Eric Cannon's on the second rope. Catches him. Oh!
Oh, man! Who's got who?
He was going for a sunset flip. He caught him in that Northern Light suplex.
Wow!
What a maneuver. What power by Silas Young. He couldn't quite get the 3 count, but let's give him credit. That was one hell of a maneuver.
And he's irate by it. He thought he had the 3 count, and he wants to know what exactly the problem with the referee is.
He needs to concentrate less on a temper tantrum and concentrate more on actually getting Eric Cannon down for that 3 count.
We've seen Silas get frustrated, and it usually doesn't work in his favor.
And we've seen him work none to his advantage at all. There's that chin lock once again. That was effective for him before. The wheels are turning for Silas Young right now.
I really hate to compare Silas Young to somebody like this, but he really is almost a Terrell Owens. When he doesn't get his way, he just absolutely freaks out, and it usually costs him dearly.
As long as he's not doing push-ups in the driveway, it's fine. Once again, Jason Doreen seeing if that chin lock is fully advantageous on Eric Cannon. Eric Cannon's fighting his way up. Look at Silas Young. He's got his legs on those middle ropes. Once again, forcing Eric Cannon down to the mat.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration on Silas, and you know he'll take luxury with the rules if he has to. He's never been shy about that.
That is, in fact, illegal. Counting once again, Jason Doreen. Cannon needs to find his way out of this one.
Look how thorough a job Doreen does. Well, he really checks everything out.
Give Jason Doreen credit. He's proving why he's a senior official. Highly accredited is Jason Doreen.
The crowd's starting to try to get behind the anarchist here.
And I dare say Silas let him up on that one. He kept hold of him, puts him in position, and there you see almost a sleeper hold. He's got him around the throat on that second rope.
Yeah, he's going for a little bit back. Oh,
look
that's
at
not going
that
to work.
maneuvering. Clips the left knee of Silas Young. Cannon almost threw his entire body into that left knee.
Silas looked like he was going for a bigger maneuver, and it cost him. And now, oh man.
Uh-oh, got that backpack. Sends him down. Both a variation of a net breaker, a jawbreaker right there. He had all of Silas's weight and used it against him as he fully executed that jawbreaker. Great maneuver from Eric Cannon.
Yeah, and who can get to their feet first? Who can take the advantage here? Both guys are worn down. Both guys are weary. Maybe a little foggy in the head. And it looks like Silas slowly getting up first.
And this crowd here at Rockwood, this crowd here at the Big Apple knows what they want to see. They want to see the anarchist Eric Cannon get up and finish off Silas Young. Silas Young's been irritating people all night. And right now, right hands across the jaw are irritating Silas Young. Eric Cannon throwing a leather in. Time for chops. Lightning quick chops, I may add. Sends him in, flying elbow smash.
And Silas Young in a bad way here.
Wow.
Cannon's coming from all over the place. Silas doesn't know where he is.
Eric Cannon is relentless, throwing in those clotheslines, throwing in those elbows. Nobody home on Silas's attempt.
A desperation clothesline attempt by Silas, and it backfired. And oh no!
Oh, rolling the dice.
That could be it, Byron. This might be over.
I thought he was going for the slingshot. He turns him all the way around into the neck breaker. Silas's boot just met that middle rope.
By an inch, Byron. By an inch he got that boot on the rope. That was so close. That's Cannon's best shot, and Silas just took it.
I don't know whether to call that luck or ring presence, but nonetheless it worked to Silas Young's advantage. Cannon's got him sunk in. Brainbuster, he's calling it out.
This would definitely do it, Byron.
He better do it quickly. Up and over goes Silas. Oh!
Oh!
Down below. I couldn't tell if that was in the groin, the thigh, or what.
Wow, look at that. Silas Young, desperation maneuver right there. And can he get over for the pin attempt?
A reversal of a lung blower. That couldn't have done Eric Cannon's sternum any good at all. Almost a variation of a heart punch, quite frankly.
That was unique to say the least. I've never quite seen that before.
Tremendous innovation from Silas Young. Give him credit. He is bringing his A game to the table now. He's played around with Eric Cannon for over 15 minutes now. Zero gravity coming up.
No, he knew nobody was
Eric Cannon was way gone by that point, but Silas adjusted in midair. Russian leg sweep.
No.
Sent him down that chantry. Sent him down that cradle. Oh, three count.
He got him.
He 3 count out of nowhere, like we expected.
And
the quickness and ability of Eric Cannon came to play, but Silas isn't done.
Eric Cannon.
Well, I wonder if Silas is going to respect him now.
He better respect him. He just got a very decisive and clean 3 count, but showing no respect once again to Silas Young. Silas Young throwing a temper tantrum.
Well, he doesn't like to be shown up, Byron, and this is just going to drive him crazy.
This match is over, and we need to get somebody out here.
No, let him go a little bit. He's got to work off some of his frustration.
Blatant chokehold here. Come on, Doreen. Come on, somebody get in there. Eric Cannon gets a quick and decisive 3 count. Beautiful chancery, beautiful roll up for the 3 count. And Silas Young, all he can do is respond to the temper tantrum and a beatdown. He was outclassed tonight, Angelo.
Well, he got caught off guard. You know, sometimes Silas is his own worst enemy.
Wait a minute. He's not done. He's got a microphone. Silas rated at insult to injury, knee to the rib cage. Doreen, this is the point where you're supposed to do something to break this up.
Come on, Cannon! You want to talk about respect? Respect this! Come on! These people want to hear you say it! Say you respect me! Kiss my ass, Silas.
There's your respect, Silas. Silas isn't winning respect from anyone tonight. He's acting like a punk, and he's laying into Eric Cannon with that microphone.
Well,
he is doing some serious damage. We need to get someone out here.
I can't say Cannon doesn't deserve this.
He doesn't deserve this. I can say
Eric
it.
Cannon.
That was nothing resembling respect at all. That was Silas Young acting like a spoiled crybaby.
He doesn't like being shown up, Byron, and he got shown up tonight.
He damn well did get shown up.
But who's laughing now? Who's laughing hardest right now? Silas Young is, not Eric Cannon.
Doesn't look like he's laughing at all. He's just showing off. If you give Eric Cannon the opportunity, he will get the last laugh. He proved tonight that he can hang in with Silas Young, the Midwest Cup winner. I don't think this is any bit over. This is far from over.
Oh, that's not the last you're going to see of these two.
Hell no.
You can get 2 tickets for $3 or get 3 feet worth of tickets for just $5.
Silas Young is going to lay me out in the center of the Mercury 1 wrestling ring, and you're going to go to intermission? Come on. We got another show coming up, don't we? Right? September 15th? Where are we going to be, huh?
We're gonna be in the watering hole, huh? Right? That's on Velp, ain't it? I'm gonna be at the watering hole September 15th, Silas. I hope you show your face on that night, because this ain't done. Not yet. Not by a long shot.
It is now time for our second half. This following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Weighing in at a combined 510 pounds, they are the team of the main attraction, James Thomas and Derek St. Holmes, Esquire.
Angelo's circumstances have demanded that this match take place, and the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission confirmed it for us. Tag team action on the fly here at Mercury One Wrestling as the peculiar, although effective team. Apparently there is a bond of Derek St. Holmes Esquire and the main attraction, James Thomas.
Well, you know, sometimes odd couples make a good couple. Derek St. Holmes and Thomas don't really have a whole lot in common. They're from different backgrounds, but they have a common goal. They want to win. They want to establish themselves, and if they have to team up to do that at the expense of Hillbilly Hills, so be it.
Weighing in at a combined 533 pounds, they are the team of Diablo John Johnson and Reedsville's own Hillbilly Hill.
Wrestling Angelo creates strange bedfellows. You have the erudite Derek St. Holmes Esquire along with the main attraction, James Thomas, and you've got a hillbilly and the devil.
Yeah, the Hillbilly and the Devil, you know, you think they wouldn't work out too good, but they're pretty much one and the same. They're both underhanded, they're both dirty, they're both cheaters, and for some reason the crowd likes both of them, so go figure.
Go figure indeed. It's all the way live here at the Big Apple in Rockwood. Mercury One Wrestling, our debut contest. This is a very storied wrestling building in the annals of Green Bay Independent Wrestling. We're glad to be back here once again. We're glad to have actual floor underfoot, as a matter of fact.
You know, Derek St. Holmes, he's the smartest man in this matchup, that's for sure. So he's got something in mind. You know he would not accept this if he didn't have something in the back of his head.
Well, this is not an IQ test, Angelo Stefano. This is not a Rorschach test. This is professional wrestling, and sometimes the best intellect comes from the least likely sources, as Hillbilly Hills and the Diablo are united in their hatred of both these gentlemen on the other side of the ring, Derek St. Holmes and the man who almost cost John Johnson the victory in the main attraction.
Well, I think this might just be a desperate cry for attention from Hillbilly Hills. He wants to be in every match on this card, apparently.
Hillbilly Hills has made his presence felt tonight, much beloved by the fans here in Rockwood, much beloved by all Mercury One Wrestling fans.
I lost a lot of money betting that Hillbilly Hills would have the GOAT out here tonight. He's in 2 matches, so far no GOAT. That's a shock.
You lost money?
Yeah, I bet it was 2-1 that he'd have the GOAT out here tonight. I mean, we're in Manitowoc, for God's sakes.
We're pretty close to Reedsville.
I mean, you can smell the GOAT from here. Where is the little thing?
I don't know.
And then
why don't you go looking?
His opponents, or his tag partner is John Johnson, El Diablo. Doesn't the devil have goat horns?
You're reaching now. I'll tell you what, though, neither one of these men are any stranger to tag team wrestling. Of course, Hillbilly Hills along with Rob Norwood, who apparently wasn't able to make it here tonight. I haven't got a confirmation whether it's transportation problems or what have you. Of course, part of the Culture Shock tag team. And John Johnson, Diablo, along with Joey E and Shemdog, part of the Young Stars.
Maybe Rob Norwood just woke up and smelled the coffee and realized Hillbilly Hills isn't that cool of a guy to hang out with.
You know better than that.
You never know. Anything can happen.
These two men have been through thick and thin, not only in the wrestling circuit, but in professional football, semi-professional football, and they've run the roads together for years and years. I don't think you have to worry about whether or not Hillbilly Hills and Rob Norwood are tight.
You know, anything can happen between friends. I had this friend from 2nd grade to 10th grade. Then one day I caught him picking his nose. I thumped him like that.
You are a harsh judge of character, Angelo.
I only hang out with cool people.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, I'm forced to be here with you.
Oh, well, I'm getting paid too, so yeah. Derek St. Holmes Esquire and the main attraction, James Thomas, going over strategy and apparently a little more than strategy.
There's nothing wrong with showing affection for your tag team partner. I mean, that just builds a strong bond, that's all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, there's something wrong. It's kind of creepy, actually.
You're not going to see John Johnson hug Hillbilly because the smell is just too bad.
A chant of Brokeback Mountain. And these are not gay cowboys eating pudding, but nonetheless, the connotations are there between the main attraction, Derek St. Holmes Esquire.
Well, you know, to each their own, Byron. I'm not here to judge anybody's lifestyle.
The hell you aren't.
I never really would hug another guy, but...
Well, up and down, flapjack right off the bat. Hillbilly Hills and John Johnson set up the main attraction. He's got to run for cover.
And maybe they're just jealous because they didn't get a hug from John Thomas.
James Thomas seeking refuge into the creamy white thigh of Derek St. Holmes Esquire.
That's way too graphic for my taste, Byron.
Look at Derek St. Holmes. He spends all his time at the library and no time whatsoever at the tanning bed.
That's okay. You don't have to be tan to be smart.
One would hope not. And Mr. St. Holmes will try his hand at the Diablo John Johnson. We saw this match just last month at the Nang Center as John Johnson with a surprising upset victory over Derek St. Holmes Esquire.
Oh, it was an absolute shocker. I had my money on Derek St. Holmes, and I wasn't too happy to lose it.
How do you have any money left? Your life is like one failed wager after another.
There's ways of not paying people.
Tell me all about it. Reversal from the hammerlock into the side headlock. Very deftly, very precisely, Derek St. Holmes working all across John Johnson, the Diablo, working that top wrist lock right now.
You know, sometimes to give somebody a hot dog, it's the same as giving them money.
That is an effective form of currency in the professional wrestling world. Reversal once again by John Johnson. He's got Derek St. Holmes on the mat, on one knee. He's got that leverage advantage as he sinks in that chicken wing.
And the crowd is really into this one right from the start, Byron.
They certainly are. They want to see the Hillbilly come out on top. They've already been denied that pleasure once already, thanks to the chicanery of the main attraction in Derek St. Holmes Esquire. A chance for redemption for the Hillbilly, and here he comes.
Yeah, there's a definite hometown advantage here with Hillbilly Hills. Poor Derek St. Holmes is fighting an uphill battle at this time.
Derek St. Holmes has had a very long night and not very prosperous. Although he did get victory over Hillbilly, he found himself against his will in that tag match. Blatant thumb to the eye, or at least
it was a slap.
It was an open hands in the face is what it was.
And that is disrespect, let me tell you.
I had to check that one again on Mercvision. And John Johnson's way up top. He doesn't want anything bad to happen to him with this crowd here in Rockwood. They'd love to see it, and they're going to get their wishes granted.
You know, Derek St. Holmes already proved himself once tonight. I don't know why he's even out here trying to prove himself a second time. He's already impressed me, and I don't impress that easily.
Well, you know exactly why it's happening, Angelo. The Wisconsin State Athletic Commission stepped in and created the match based on the circumstances behind the two singles matches we've seen earlier tonight, considering these four competitors.
Well, that doesn't mean he should have to wrestle twice. I mean, he won his match. He's got nothing left to prove. Now he's back out here against these two guys in Hillbilly and El Diablo. Makes me sick.
These two guys are working over Mr. St. Holmes at the moment.
St. Holmes is going to have to take 2 showers tonight just to get the stench of Hillbilly off him.
In Evian water, no less. Double elbow drop.
You know, wrestling Hillbilly Hills is kind of like getting sprayed by a skunk. You smell horrible after you hook up with the guy.
It's psychological warfare, Angela. He's got those barnyard odors going.
It's stinkological warfare.
It's chemical warfare, to quote the dead Kennedys.
Kinda.
Yeah. Diablo sets him up, kick right to the rib cage. And giddy up. Ass slapping being executed right now in tandem by the Hillbilly and John Johnson.
You know that's actually foreplay in Argentina?
It's foreplay in Reedsville, too.
I think so, especially if you have a goat.
Nonetheless, it's got Derek St. Holmes off track right now as the team of Hillbilly Hills and John Johnson, using their tag team expertise, are keeping a firm advantage on Mr. St. Holmes right now. Hard clothesline, sends him down like a ton of bricks, followed up very quickly. Elbow drop, upper part of the sternum near the throat, and the leg drop. A series of maneuvers by Hillbilly Hills, all with power behind them. Only gets a count of 2, though, thanks to the main attraction.
Yeah, you know, I don't think he really put enough into him to put him away right there, Byron. But he did You got to give Hills credit. What
and
the
nipple.
world is this? Come on.
I told you nipples were legal tonight.
I guess. What in the world? Now he's doing it to JT. Come on. Hillbilly has no respect for anybody.
It is a Friday night in Reidsville, after all.
He thinks he's milking a cow, for Christ's sakes.
He might be.
He thinks it's 5 o'clock in the morning and Bessie is ready to deliver.
You can stop the analogies now.
What's next? He's going to check their buttocks for eggs?
He seemed to be one step from that. Right hands. Mr. Thomas has absolutely nowhere to go. Look out.
Say it, Byron.
Time for chops, baby. And one more. Time has stood still and the chops keep coming. The main attraction is just getting waylaid right now. It's been all offense, all advantage from John Johnson, the Diablo, and Hillbilly Shane Hills.
Oh, that'll change the momentum a little bit. A big old shoulder to the gut.
Desperation, very simple, very effective, and it gives the team of St. Holmes and the main attraction the advantage right now. Double team maneuver right now.
And this is legal for a 5 count.
Vertical suplex, executed well.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
A surprising show of teamwork from these two men.
Well, they're friends. Of course they're going to team up.
I've never seen them hang out together before.
Well, they're probably going to start pretty soon.
What, do you think they're MySpacing together? Who knows?
You never know, Byron. So it's a brand new world with that internet thing.
The internet's kind of scary, isn't it? Right hand from the main attraction, James Thomas. 265 pounds from a big house in a big city. Will someone buy this guy a GPS so we can figure out where he's from? Thomas luring the Hillbilly in so Derek St. Holmes can sink that choke in. Jason Doreen none the wiser as he brings the Hillbilly back to his legal corner.
Well, you can't blame Doreen. I mean, there's a lot of people involved in this match. You can't keep... He's only got 2 eyes and there's 4 people. So that way, he can't watch 2 people during the match at all times. So 2 people can get away with a lot of stuff because he's only got 2 eyes and there's 4 people. Now, if he had eyes in the back of his head, he'd have 4 eyes, and he could keep 1 eye on each guy at a time. But he doesn't have 4 eyes. He's only got 2.
All right, that's enough headache. Thank you.
I majored in calculus for a year.
It was a year well spent. Yakuza kick from the Hillbilly trying to break up that attempt at submission by James Thomas, and Derek St. Holmes Esquire. Laying the stomps and laying those right boots into the quadricep, the back of the hamstring even, of John Johnson, Diablo.
And you know that Derek St. Holmes would like to get a pinfall in this match on El Diablo, John Johnson, to make up for that blemish on his record at the last show.
Continuing to stretch out that hamstring, that single leg crab, Derek St. Holmes, the former Steel Domain Wrestling heavyweight champion in 2004, a practitioner of the old school, and look at that, getting a leverage advantage from James Thomas.
Call it what you will, but I call it effective.
I call it cheating, but that's besides the point right now.
It still works.
And indeed it did. Jason Doreen, his positioning being taken advantage of right now, and the positioning of Johnson can't make his way to the corner right now. Trading of right hands from James Thomas and Shane Hills. Angelo, I'm impressed by the tag team credibility, the tag team teamwork, the double team maneuvers by all 4 of the competitors in this match. They've got sound game plans and they're being executed to perfection.
You know, I think there's been a ruse on the part of Derek St. Holmes and his tag partner. I think they've known each other for a lot longer than they're letting on, because they sure are working in sync very well here, Byron.
I can't imagine these 2 hanging out though, Angelo.
You know,
what, did they take a spot together?
Who knows? I mean, who are you to judge, Byron? Come on.
Once again, you make a point, Angelo.
That's what I get paid for.
If they paid you by the point, you'd be a rich man.
I am a rich man.
Are you sure? I bought the beer tonight.
Well, when I stay away from the casino, I am.
As we all are. Raking the eyes of Diablo John Johnson, a blatantly illegal maneuver, and Jason Doreen had every cause to step in and disqualify the team of St. Holmes and Thomas.
That's not enough for a DQ, Byron. Come on. I mean, you got to relax the rules once in a while in professional wrestling.
And that he did.
Don't be so Republican. It's not healthy.
Oh, trust me, that you don't have to worry about that one. What the fingernails of Derek St. Holmes Esquire. You'd think with all his money and all his connections, he can afford a manicure.
Well, he does. Manicure nails hurt. Don't you know anything?
Never had a manicure.
Well, that's because you're not rich.
And most of the manicures I come in contact with come from girls, so never mind. The advantage being pressed right now between James Thomas, and Derek St. Holmes Esquire. Powerful rear chin lock right now. The muscle of this team, the big bull, 265 pounds.
Yeah, and they're cutting the ring in half pretty effectively. They're not letting him get to the corner to make a tag. And, he's taking a lot of punishment. He's being worn down. Hillbilly Hill's itching to get back into the ring, and if he does, there's going to be trouble. But right now, they're in total control.
And widely, they took advantage of the smaller man in John Johnson.
Well, they're smart. That's what they do.
Up goes Johnson, setting up for something. Maybe not well advised. It certainly wasn't. Couldn't get the positioning, couldn't get the leverage, and quite frankly, James Thomas, he put him in prime position for that fall-away slam.
And he threw him right back towards his corner, Byron. He's got no place to go. What a brilliant maneuver. Even Derek St. Holmes is applauding and giving him 5 on that one.
Well, he should.
As he should.
John Johnson, ill-advised aerial offense right there.
Well, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clear head right now. He's been banged around for the last 5-10 minutes.
He certainly has, and he's continued to be banged around. Elbow to the top of the cranium from Derek St. Holmes Esquire.
Oh, here we go. Classic Derek St. Holmes. Watch this.
Butterfly suplex, positioning well executed.
And once again,
anything less.
Once again, Byron, he throws him back towards the area of his own corner, cutting the ring in half.
But he forgot about the Hillbilly.
And
Hillbilly comes in for the save.
There's a shot. He's cheating.
Trying to pull Johnson back toward his corner for easy access to a tag. Doreen's not going to let that happen.
I haven't seen Hillbilly Hills that upset since someone tried to steal his goat.
And we saw that happen. Riverside Ballroom, remember?
Absolutely.
That was traumatic. St. Holmes. You'd think St. Holmes would be working on some submission maneuvers right about now, trying to tie up John Johnson, prevent him from fighting his way back into the corner. He's got that left leg right now, not quite sure what to do with it. Enziguri!
Oh boy.
Whatever plan Derek St. Holmes had in mind, that's all to naught as a powerful Enziguri delivered by John Johnson. He's got to make a tag right now.
And he's going to, because that's the opening he was looking for.
And he gets it. Both men inside the ring. The Hillbilly avoids a double clothesline and delivers 2 powerful lariats of his own. Overhand forearm on top of the head of James Thomas, the main attraction. Up he goes, down, sidewalk slam.
Yeah, Hillbilly's been sitting on the sidelines for a while. He's got a lot of energy stored up, and he's going to work on both these guys.
The Hillbilly, well documented, reserves the power when you least expect it. This big man, this big raw bone country boy can deliver some powerful, powerful stuff. St. Holmes in prime position. Johnson's up top. We might have another frog splash. We get it.
Oh, no, no, no. Come on, Derek. That can't be it.
St. Holmes is down. Wait a minute.
Oh, the referee flew out of the ring. It's a miracle.
Thomas couldn't make it back in the ring. That was not a miracle.
It was a miracle.
That was nothing short of a miracle. James Thomas pulled chasing the ring out of the ring. Nonetheless, it broke up the pin attempt. It had the desired effect.
There must have been some water or some oil on the canvas there, because he went flying out of the ring somehow. I don't know how that happened.
You're a silly man with silly ideas.
What in the Hillbilly's got?
No, Hillbilly's got the brass knucks from earlier.
He's cheating.
You wonder what happened. He passed off the nuts. Apparently he doesn't feel he needs them or doesn't want them.
Oh, you honestly think that Hillbilly won't cheat in this match?
Doreen's got those brass knucks, and Johnson. No, Doreen didn't have those brass knucks. There might have been a second pair of brass knucks to play. I can't follow all this action.
Where is Hillbilly going?
Hillbilly's way up top, unfamiliar territory, and the Reedsville Jam. Main attraction's down, main attraction's prone, main attraction's done.
They had to cheat, Byron. That's the bottom line. They had to cheat to win that match. They couldn't do it fair.
There was chicanery afoot, some psychological warfare. And your winners, much to the delight of the crowd here at Rockwood, much to the delight of the Big Apple and all Mercury One fans, I dare say, Hillbilly and Diablo with a decisive victory.
Yeah, but they had to cheat, Byron. You saw them. They used the brass knuckles. They passed it back and forth. That's the only way they can win. That's pretty disgusting. But it's a Hillbilly and the devil. What the hell do you expect?
There's not much to expect. You get 2 talented individuals using a little chicanery, a little mind work on St. Holmes and the main attraction. A decisive victory from 2 schooled and skilled tag team wrestlers. But coming up, Angelo, the deck is stacked against Egotistical Fantastical, the #1 contender. He's already been beaten down tonight, and Joey Eastman, thanks to Wisconsin State Athletic Commission, is the special guest referee. The Skull Crusher has a walkthrough tonight for his heavyweight title defense.
guest referee, the leader of the Chicago Skyline, Joey Eastman.
Angelo, as happy-go-lucky as we saw Eagle Fantastico earlier on tonight while he joined us on commentary, you can tell that good mood has to have been squashed by the circumstances behind his title shot, as Joey Eastman, the human perineum of all the freaking people in the entire world, not even a licensed referee, has been made head official for this contest by the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission.
You're saying that like he won't do a fair job. Come on.
1/3 pounds.
Look at him.
From Mexico City, Illinois, he is the #1 contender, Egotistico Fantastico.
Well, if he's concerned or if he's hurt, he's certainly not showing it right now.
He's a goofball, of course not.
He's a whirling Where'd he get those belts?
I have no idea.
He must have stopped by a backyard on the way to the show. Those aren't the real gold you want, Ego. That's not the real thing, baby.
Does he even know what he's wrestling for tonight? Does he know it's a title match? Does he have a clue this
I'm not
goofball?
entirely sure, but something's growing out of his forehead.
He thinks he's a superhero. Look at his cape.
I have no idea where he got that mask, but it looks like it would hurt like hell. Practitioner of Lucha Libre, a man who defeated the masked superstar from ROH Delirious last time out in Green Bay at the Nengi Center, Eagle Fantastico, right now giving the business to Joey Eastman.
Joey Eastman's going to call it straight down the middle, Byron.
Oh, that's how he will.
Mercury 1 heavyweight champion, weighing in at 281 pounds, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Skull Crusher.
And if dealing with a crooked referee wasn't enough, it just so happens the champion, the dominant, inaugural Mercury 1 Wrestling Heavyweight Champion is 280 pounds of the baddest ass you'll find anywhere in independent wrestling, throughout the Midwest, throughout anywhere. I'll put my money on it. We're talking about the Skull Crusher, Angelo.
Oh, absolutely. Just a big, bad man. He's got that title for a reason, Byron, because no one has been able to beat him so far for that title. I don't think anyone's ever going to beat him for that title. He can hold it as long as he wants. He's got his quasi-friend Joey Eastman as the referee in this match. It's money in the bank.
Nothing short of dominant has Skull Crusher been all the way throughout his tenure here at Mercury 1 Wrestling. We saw him already beat Eagle Fantastico in the first round of the Midwest Cup. We've seen him defeat Colt Cabana just last month. He's beat John Johnson decisively. The three-way dance for the title involving Dinty Moore and Silas Young. Skull Crusher came out with a very impressive victory. This man has been on a major league roll. This man has had tremendous momentum, and when you're 280 pounds of a superstar, of a rough, tough, angry, anti-social superstar, nobody is apt to stop you, and Ego's going to give it his best effort tonight, but he can't be feeling 100% after the beatdown he took earlier.
Oh yeah, that had to play some effect on what's going to happen. You know, he's questioning himself. Can he really go toe-to-toe with Skull Crusher? Does he have a chance in this match? Or how bad will I get hurt? How bad will the next beating be?
Look at Eastman kissing butt.
No, he's just helping him in the ring.
Have you ever seen a referee do that before?
Probably once or twice.
I haven't. Number one, that's not a referee.
Well, he's checking him he's checking him down, Byron. I mean, he's being impartial.
That's a hanger-on, basically. Joey Eastman been hanging on to the wrestling business like I don't even know what to call it, a baby monkey to its mother that swings through the trees.
And look, he's getting a workout in.
He's hoisting that title. That's got to be quite the effort, Mr. Eastman.
Well, that belt weighs at least 10 pounds.
Eastman's piercings weigh 10 pounds. He looks like a goof, by the way.
I think he's a very nice young man.
Have you ever talked to him, sincerely?
Not really, but, you know, he's got money, so that makes him, that gives him a good head start.
Dude, the guy does not have money.
He said he's a millionaire. Why would he lie about it, Byron? People don't walk around on this planet telling lies. Especially rich people.
It's like you were never a wrestling man. By the way, that horn on the very forehead of Eagle Fantastico's wrestling mask has to have Joey Eastman at least a little bit. Did you see that?
Yeah.
How blatant was that? Checking the rear end of the boot, and he calls Skull Crusher in.
No, Skull Crusher just took advantage of Ego not paying attention.
Like hell, they set him up.
No, they didn't. Oliver Stone, go away. This isn't a conspiracy theory.
There's no single bullet theory here. This is as blatant as it gets. There's no Zapruder film. Beautiful Hurricane Rana from Ego Fantastico. Managed to wow! Takes full advantage of the momentum of the Skull Crusher.
And he's putting his cape back on. What in the world's going on?
Apparently he's seen Superman Returns a few too many times.
He thinks he can fly.
And you know what? I don't doubt him. And you won't doubt him either. Look at that. Halo over the top rope.
What in the world? Ego is he's out of control. This guy is a goofball, to say the least.
This guy is a charismatic superstar who is coming to the forefront here in Mercury One Wrestling. And you know what? I'm almost sorry I doubted him from earlier. Despite the beating he's taken, his state of mind is just fine right now. What is he doing?
I have no... Does he even know he's wrestling for a title? This is ridiculous.
He's holding him out so the fans can kick his ass. He's gonna let that. He's letting fans chop the Skull Crusher.
That's outside interference. Joey should disqualify him.
It's not like the fans can hurt the Skull Crusher, dude.
It's still outside interference.
Well, why doesn't Joey disqualify him?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's never been a ref before.
Checking the shoulders overly carefully, I might add. Count of 2 and...
Whoa, not quite enough. Ego didn't have enough to put him away there.
I've seen episodes of The Sopranos that went by faster than that. Stunning Skull Crusher with the forearm. Ego Fantastico continues to maintain offense right now. It's been very impressive so far. He's got Skull Crusher way off balance. Up he goes. Running Yakuza kick. Moonsault out of it into a monkey flip. Skull Crusher is being rocked right now. I am very surprised to see what's going on.
Well, Skull Crusher. Oh, that might be it. That might be it. This is going to be a very quick title offense.
Sudden spear. 285 pounds of the meanest dude ever to grace a Mercury One wrestling ring. The Skull Crusher almost broke Ego Fantastico in half, much to, I dare say, the delight of Joey Eastman.
And you know, I hate to be critical, Byron, because I personally like Skull Crusher, but why didn't he capitalize on that right away? He wasted some time.
I don't know, quite frankly. Maybe you're not giving Ego Fantastico enough credit. Maybe the Skull Crusher was just amusing himself and picking out his spot for maximum impact. Either way, all of Ego's momentum has been squashed as the Skull Crusher does what he does best. He beats a man way down. Look out.
Oh, and he likes to inflict punishment, Byron. That's no secret. Skull Crusher doesn't want to win a match in 30 seconds. He wants to beat a guy for a half an hour.
A series of mafia kicks while Ego is trapped in the corner. He's gonna break the kid's jaw. He's gonna cave his chest in when it's time for chops. He's gonna kick his sternum right through the back of between his shoulder blades. And a clothesline that sends Ego way down onto the ground here at the Big Apple in Rockwood.
Yeah, he's not putting his cape on now, is he? Flying around like the goofball that he is. Now he's down on the mat, or on the outside of the ring.
Look at that count by Eastman.
Well, it's a very effective count.
It's a quick count.
Some people count faster than others, Byron. You can't be so judgmental.
If this guy were a licensed referee, he would have been fired. As it is, he's a stooge from the Wisconsin State Athletic Commission. I don't know where they got the idea to send this guy in to be an impartial official, but needless to say, he's proven time and time again, just in the course of a few minutes, that he can't be trusted as far as you can throw him.
Oh, man.
And he sent Ego sailing. Skull Crusher just flung Ego Fantastico into the ring post, which is a disqualification in and of itself, Angelo.
Well, I wouldn't disqualify him for that. Well, that's just me.
Even if there wasn't collusion here, you know, Eastman's got to be scared to death of Skull Crusher. Who wouldn't be?
Ego might not just lose this match, he might lose his career if he takes this much of a beating from Skull Crusher.
Ego's got to be thinking self-preservation right now. Rake of the back. When did Skull Crusher become the Iron Sheik?
Well, he studies a lot of different tapes, you know. Never hurts to add new maneuvers to your repertoire.
That's not even a wrestling maneuver. That's a blatant roughhouse tactic, and that's also illegal, may I add.
Well, technically, but...
Technically nothing. Sunset flip. Skull Crusher rolls right through. Wow.
And he folds over Ego. And right to a pinning attempt.
Right into it.
Wow.
What the hell was that?
Well, that was a little fast, but, you know.
No, that was not a little fast.
Well, just a little. Not that bad.
That was a hot flash, quite frankly. That was quick and sudden. Eagle's damn lucky he got out of it. Eagle was stunned after Skullcrusher rolled through that sunset flip. Remarkable agility from the big man, and was stunned by that clothesline, almost as a reverse bulldog, sending Eagle's head into the back of the mat. And now, by the way, Eagle's foot is on the rope. This should be a break.
No, it shouldn't be, because he doesn't have his heel hooked on the rope, and you have to have your heel hooked on the rope to break the hold.
Like you've ever seen a rule book. Now both heels are on the rope.
No. Well, maybe,
His
but
legs are tied completely on the damn. Will somebody get in here to stop this? This is an embarrassment at this point.
there's already a referee in there, Byron. Let him do his job.
That's not a referee. That's a stooge.
He's wearing a shirt with zebra stripes on it, and it looks like a referee to me.
He looks like a goof. The human perineum, Joey Eastman, normally the manager of Keith Venom Walker, Tony Scarpone, the Chicago Skyline, was some sort of odd vendetta against Eagle Fantastico that was manifested itself last show.
The man tried to lay his hands on Joey. Joey's got every right to defend himself, no matter how he sees fit.
Moonsault body block caught by the big man.
Oh, that might
Look
be
at
it.
That
might be
Northern
it.
Lights bomb. That might be it. Even if he counts to 100 at normal speed, that might be it. But Eagle, with remarkable resilience, fights his way out of that one.
Yeah, it's not taco burrito time now, is it, boy?
I don't think food's on the brain right now. I think saving his ass is on the brain, and it should be. This monster's about ready to rip him apart. Skull Crusher revels in this sort of work.
You know, Eagle is crazy, and you got to be crazy to get in the ring with a guy like Skull Crusher. I wouldn't do it.
He's the #1 competitor. He's the #1 contender. He's a rough competitor. He wants that gold. He wants glory. He wants fame. He wants to prove himself in the wrestling world. Just last week, Eagle came off of a couple of Ring of Honor tryouts in Ohio and in Illinois. He's making his way in the wrestling world. The world is taking notice.
The world's going to take notice of his hospital room number after this match, because that's where he's going to be.
Paging Dr. Someone. You might be right, Angelo. Despite the extra horn on Eagle's head, despite all his resilience, despite the roll he's on, despite the streak he's on, Eagle is getting waylaid right now by the big man. Look at that.
What's he doing?
He couldn't quite get the momentum. Skullcrusher couldn't quite get the momentum on that slingshot into the corner. Eagle was able to make his way up top. Look at that!
Well, that's a high-risk maneuver, but that's exactly what he had to do to try to get back into this match, because Skullcrusher was just laying waste to him for about the last 5 minutes.
Tremendous innovation by Eagle Fantastico. Up from that top rope, bulks down into that DDT, but Eagle's too hurt, too winded to take full advantage of it right now. Eastman laying the count in.
And doing a very fair job of that, I might add.
It still stuns me this guy's in the wrestling business. Last time I saw him, he was on the floor throwing confetti at people.
What do you want? Weasel to come back? What's wrong
No,
with you?
thank you.
Then stop crying.
I can complain about more than one person at one time, Angelo. Skullcrusher's got Eagle set up. Nobody home. Eagle maneuvers out of it. Left and right. Time for chops. He's got to move quickly. He's got to be resilient, and he is. Moonsault body block. That time he hits it. Folds him up. Come on, Eastman.
He's just checking the shoulder, that's all.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's doing his job. Oh, don't put your hands on an official. Don't you ever touch an official. Disqualify him. Disqualify him.
Eagle couldn't follow up on that.
Because he put his hands on the
Eagle
official.
wanted to waylay Joey Eastman, and I think he came to the realization, that might be it for his title shots here in Mercury One Wrestling. That title is a big stepping stone to prestige and fame in the wrestling world, and you know Eagle wants it. Up he goes. Oh!
Nobody home.
Swan drive, swan dive, nothing but mat. Nothing but canvas.
Oh,
Release
man.
German suplex, and I think that's all.
Yeah, that's probably it, Byron. He just landed on his head.
Crash landing.
Thanks for playing,
No!
What the?
Despite Eastman's ridiculous attempt at a pinning count, despite that travesty, Eagle fights his way out of it.
I'm shocked he got out of that.
This kid is fighting all the odds right now.
This is it, Byron.
Torture rack. We've seen
What?
Eastman's
Oh,
down.
no.
Into the bomb, into the Death Valley driver bomb.
Joey's hurt. Joey's
Joey
hurt.
Eastman, we don't have a referee right now.
Joey's hurt.
Skullcrusher's got no one to blame but himself on that one. Joey Eastman can't follow up.
Joey's hurt. Someone get out here and check on Joey.
We need a real referee is what we need right now.
Joey's out of it.
I know Doreen's still in the building. Skullcrusher trying to exhort Eastman back at his feet. Eastman might be out till next Tuesday. Yeah, there's Doreen.
What in the world? Why is Doreen coming back out here? He's
Because
not the ref
we need
for
an
this
official.
match.
We need an official.
Joey is the official.
He is. Doreen is the head official here in Mercury One Wrestling. Skull Crusher wants the powerbomb, rolls him up.
No.
Eagles got him. Eagles got him.
No.
That's 3 count.
No.
Sunset into 3. We have a new champion.
Does that even count?
You're damn right it counts.
How can that count?
New Mercury One champion.
Put it in the books.
Come on.
Ego Fantastico.
Almost insurmountable odds, and he comes through like a champ. Your new Mercury One Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Say it loud, say it proud. Egotistico Fantastico.
That shouldn't count. The legal referee was knocked out. Doreen can't make that call. Come
The
on.
legal referee is incapacitated, and you know the Mercury One bylaws as well as anyone else, Angelo. The head official made a judgment call, and he counted for 3. Eastman was rendered null and void, and Jason Doreen took over.
Someone check with the commission on this. I don't think this is legal.
The commission's standing right there, and they're letting it go. Ann's right there, and Ego Fantastico is holding the gold. I am proud of the kid. Let's hear it for him. Ego Fantastico is the new Mercury One Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
We used to have a respectable champion, a big tough man. Now we got an absolute goof as the representative of this company. This is a travesty.
Now who's judging people, Angelo?
Me, because I'm right.
You're not good at it. We have a brand new champion, and Joey Eastman has no one to blame but himself. Skull Crusher, if I'm Skull Crusher, I'm pissed off.
He's always mad anyway. This isn't going to make things any better.
And if I'm Joey Eastman, I run the hell out of here and I get back down to Illinois.
That's good advice.
Joey Eastman, normally the manager of Keith Walker, Venom, and Tony Scarpone, the Chicago Skyline. Yeah, hit him.
No, come on.
You've got a point.
No.
You've got a point.
No, leave
You're
him
a
alone.
hand-picked referee.
There,
No,
woo.
oh,
Thank God.
that's kind of revolting.
Thank God.
That's kind of revolting.
Hate to see a friendship end like that.
I wouldn't. Joey Eastman predictably is having a spaz. Skull Crusher is irate, and I don't blame him at this point. We will see the rematch. The new Mercury One Heavyweight Champion is Ego Fantastico, and what a victory by this kid. We talk about him making his way in the wrestling world. I'd say he's done it, Angelo.
I just can't believe that's the representative of this company, an absolute goof. The world's gone to hell, Byron, to absolute hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an exciting night in Rockwood at the Big Apple. We'll see you here again in October. Thank you for viewing Mercury One Wrestling on DVD. My name is Matt Byron, along with Angelo Stefano, and a little goof whose name I can't mention under legal recourse. We'll see you next time.